What's good, what's good, what's good? Here we are, another phenomenal episode of Puros Compas Podcast. Su compa Carlos Rodríguez.
Y su compa el Bardo.
Viejones, aquí andamos hoy en otro episodio de los perros, de los buenos, de los caros. Hoy no va a haber humito, pero vamos a pistear. Así es de que...
New Year, New Us.
A huevo, saludcita la buena.
Fellas.
Happy New Year, bro. De una vez.
Gracias.
Saludos a ustedes que estén allá.
Al invitado por traernos
Sí, cómo no.
una pinche botella.
¿Cómo se llama esta, compa?
No vamos a decir, compa, porque no nos van a...
Su
No
pinche
nos van
madre.
a caer
It's
regalías
good.
a la verga.
Para esta pinche
Pero está perro.
gripa está bien.
Está perro.
Está bien, la bicho.
What kind of gripa is that, bro?
No es colombiana, le dije la chingada. Es lo malo. Pero empezamos hoy rapidito con los patrocinadores, compadre. Ya se la sabe. Para mi compa de Casa Humilde, Cervecería, mi compa José y Javi López, del Meritito Quemado Los Pelados.
Del
Salud para
pelao,
ellos.
Los quemados.
Nos acaban de traer ahí un pinche shipment de beer para el Wackpad Season 7. También pónganse chingones. Ahí viene como al fin del mes empezamos a grabar. También para mi compa José Cermeño, que me visitó la semana pasada. Mufflers for Less. Saludos para José Cermeño, Damon y Roscoe, que ahora sí me dijo que va a ser un official sponsor. O sea,
Va a llegar la billetiza.
va a dejar la pinche
Con
billetiza.
los
el hijo de
pinches
la
50
chingada.
wings que se mamaron el otro día.
Empezamos con 50 Wings.
Fue el primer pago.
Fue el primer pago.
Gracias por invitarme,
Ah,
hijos de
huevo.
la verga.
Fue el primer pago de mi compa José Cermeño. Así de que salud para él. Salud para mi compa Georgie, para mi compa Mechudo, para mi compa Fry, Aguacate Chicago. Esta no se ve muy bien, ya le dije a la chica. Pero Aguacate Chicago, para todas sus playeras, hoodies, todo lo que necesita un print, déjenos saber, manden un
tangas,
mensaje.
bro?
Tangas también.
También.
Go old
También.
school and shit, remember that?
Hell yeah. Alacranes and all that shit. They used to do that. Macizo, I think, talked about doing that. Salud para todos ellos, viejones. Any print that you guys need, let us know. We got you. And today, tenemos el invitado de honor que nos va a poner medio pedos. You guys might remember him from Frecuencia Calentana, from Banda Valle Verde, from Calentanos Podcast, from currently Banda Potrillos. And I'm probably forgetting one if it was, were you part of Banda Cielo?
Yeah, bro.
There we go.
Maybe
There we go.
Mensajero, tierra, caliente.
Mensajero.
Maybe they don't remember him, compa. He's a little bit slimmer now. You know
I had
what
long
I'm
hair,
saying?
too.
He had long hair. Este güey tenía long rockero hair, güey.
I had braids, bro.
Braids.
Braids.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Sí, güey.
Ya
Preséntelo, pues, compa.
ya con
preséntelo,
esto...
Qué pinches tiempos, ¿va?
Preséntelo, pues, ni dijo el nombre.
Ahora no, pues sí.
No van a saber quién es.
Pues the one, the only, compadre. Mi compa Tino Figueroa, viejón. Y que no muchos lo conocen como Boogie.
Only
I
the,
like it.
only the
older,
real ones.
Only the real ones. Only the
Real
older
ones.
guys.
You're a real one, comps.
Ah, compa, pues yo no sé. Ya ni me acuerdo desde cuándo conozco a pinche Boogie, güey.
Bro, man, first of all, thank you guys for the invitation. Thank you guys for inviting me to the podcast. And I was trying to find una Bucanas del Ocho,
Bucana del Ocho.
but
Las
I couldn't
tengo
find it. They're like, hey, we got a limited supply.
Esas se las mandan personalmente. a mi
Directamente,
compa.
compadre.
It's autographed. Just for
Sí,
him.
sí.
Si
pues
necesita
dije-
una para una rifa, déjeme saber, le haga la chingada.
Pero le va a salir cara la hija de su
Limited
puta
edition,
madre.
right? Fuck, más chingona que la de piña que hay por ahí.
Sí, sí, con lejos. Ni se compara. No se compara. La Bucana de 8, no cualquier cabrón la puede tomar.
No, no, no.
Bucana del 8.
Muy
Pero
pronto en your New Year's baile o
estamos trabajando algo, unos detalles con James Buchanan.
Buchanan. Buchanan. You gotta say it right.
Estamos arreglando unos detalles con ese hijo de la verga. Para que jale. Boogie, how are you, brother?
I'm good, bro.
Thank you for stopping by.
No.
I know you're from the far north side.
Yep, north side. Grew up in Logan Square, Humboldt Park area.
Shit.
But right now residing allá en O'Hare. Saludos mi compa Fry, bro. Thank you también por
Hell
eso,
yeah.
¿no?
Se
La
vale,
gente de
güey.
los sauces Guerrero, compadre.
Puro guerrero, bro. Otro guerrerito.
Bro, thank you guys for the invite. I mean, this is my first time in the podcast, so you're popping my cherry, bro.
It is your first time, right?
Yeah.
O sea, alone.
Yeah, alone. So
Does it feel weird not to have
A
your
los
compadre?
otros perros
Yeah.
no los traigan a la verga.
Yeah, it does feel a little weird, bro. Saludos a mis co-hosts, el primo Celso, a mi compadre Misael, a Piggy, Los Calentanos Podcast, por ahí saludos, you know, we always represent them. And Banda Potrillos.
Los
Hell yeah.
Currently in Banda
Calentanos
Potrillos.
Podcast. I love when they fucking do their
Yeah,
intro.
we
güey.
harmonize.
I wish I sang so we could
Did you
fucking
catch
do
that? Did you catch?
Harmonize?
No. Currently with Banda Potrillos.
Currently.
Okay.
O sea, puede cambiar.
La
I mean,
Puede cambiar.
we're at an age where, you know, money talks, bro. Nah,
Ooh.
It's true.
We're at, yeah.
We're tenured already.
Ah, I could already see
We're
it
like- we're
now. Banda Los Compadres or some shit like that.
You know, yo le regalo un nombre
Los
que yo y
Compadres
Fry,
Norteños.
yo y Fry íbamos a hacer un proyecto. ¿cómo
¿De
se-
banda?
no
But
sabía,
you- but you had Nueva Azteca.
se iba a llamar Los Dos Compadres. That would be you and me. Se los presto, se los regalo, le dijo la chingada. It's catchy. Los Dos Compadres.
I like it.
Yeah.
Bro. I like it. It's catchy.
Agárrenlo, le dijo la chingada.
Valió verga.
don't
Didn't
know,
Misa just join the group? Now he's gonna quit. And
I don't know what the
fucking
fuck
start
Misa's doing.
Mi compa is one of the most what's his name? Acclimated free agents, bro. I mean, I think so. I mean,
All right.
I got in those calls, hey, ¿cómo vas a tu compadre? Like, what do you think? I'm like, es un perrón, el güey.
Ah, pues sí
You
lo
know,
vi el otro día con las
Las bandas, he's
with
been with
horóscopos,
norteños,
with Marisol.
Marisol.
Con Marisol.
He does everything, bro.
Y hace de todo, menos a la jotada.
No,
mi
pues, ¿quién
compadre sí
sabe?
es macho.
Sí,
Sí,
no,
es
no.
macho
En Guerrero
alfa.
no se hace eso.
Ahí nos macheteamos.
Ah, huevo.
Se machetea.
¿Eres joto?
Pinche
Hijo de la chingada.
puto.
No mames.
Hey, you know, funny thing about a little bit about myself. Mi compadre Misael is the reason why I'm a músico nowadays.
In general.
Yeah.
He's the one that pushed you.
Yes, we were in high school together, and my compadre, pues, our sophomore year we started hanging out a little more because we were on lunch together. Y me dice mi compadre, hey, I'm gonna go try with a banda. You wanna come? And I'm like, pues fuck it. But before that, I would go with him and le pegaba a él con la curiosidad de irme con él. His dad had a grupo que se llamaba Grupo Calero. Saludos para a don Fernando. Y pues me le pegaba. Y pues yo y mi compadre nos ponemos a cantar canciones ahí nomás. Without knowing anything, bro. Just fucking nomás de mamones. Cantábamos la de Tu Delirio.
¿Tu delirio?
Yeah, and I
Oh,
know
shit. Yeah.
So we'll sing that in two voices. And then he went to try with a Banda Cielo with trompeta. Y pues yo me le pegué, bro. I'm like, nah, pues, I'm gonna go. I wanna be in a part of the band. Y en ese tiempo tocaba el baritone. So
Okay.
which is the same thing as un trombón de válvulas. And then I bought a trombone, and then I insisted in trying out for them, and I fucking suck, bro.
Do you have does your family have a background of
my
music?
grandpa and my dad, yeah.
Oh.
My grandpa in Guerrero, he's playing a tamborazo, saxophone. And then my dad, he's playing trombone in la banda de marcha or something like that in Mexico.
Pero de cantantes también.
Cantantes, no, bro.
So that was just
So the singing thing is actually, he has to do a lot with that too, bro.
I don't know how.
So
I don't know how, but
Échenme la
let's
pinche
hear it.
buena
Let's hear
pinche
it.
vibra acá para ser cantante también.
Let's
yo,
hear the
compa.
story, güey.
So we said a little bit of the story in Los Calentanos because, you know, I would look up to this guy because I play trombone and stuff, but I'm like, man, there's not a lot of big singers out there. And then
Fat.
I would see him with La Nueva Azteca, and I'm like, but when I was a kid, I mean, I always wanted to be a singer. I would tell my mom, I would watch Sábado Gigante. And I don't know if you guys remember when they had the mariachi and they had the little kids singing and shit.
Okay.
So I would tell my mom, like, hey, ma, comprame un traje de mariachi. I could do this shit. So I used to record myself on those Home Alone Walkmans. Remember the Talk Boys? The gray ones.
Yeah.
I would record myself in that singing songs, and I would hear it, and I'd be like, but it doesn't sound that bad. I could do this shit. So me and my brother, que sigue me, like, all my brothers are músicos, but they're all rockeros. I'm the only one that came out back.
Oh, shit.
So my brothers, they all played rock music. One of my brothers' name is Grillo7. If you can find him on Spotify and stuff. And my other brothers, pues, they kind of gave up because their jobs, like, they ya no pueden hacer eso, but they still have the music in them. So me and my brother, que es Grillo7, we always kind of go back and forth, like, no, pues, you suck, I suck. And, you know, like we'll go at it, no, pues, you suck at this song. And, like, see, we'll always compete because he was the one closest to my age. Because my other two brothers are a little younger. So we always had the competitive, like, a ver quién canta está mejor or whatever. But he went the route where he went rockero, and I went paisa music, banda music. Well, back in the day, we used to call it paisa music. Do people still call it paisa music?
Hell no.
Because, I mean, I'm sure you remember being a paisa wasn't cool back in the day, bro. Like, you'd be called a beaner and shit like that, you know? Like you'd get made fun of. I don't know. I mean, I don't think Bart went through that, right?
Well, you know what? I remember, like, when it started being cool and people would wear, you know, dress up paisa for Halloween. Like, it was like a fucking costume at that point, pero pues that was like the beginning of normalizing it, I would say.
Yeah.
Allá con nosotros. ¿Quién sabe acá?
No, antes sí te hacían
mean
burla, güey. Eran
streets and
bullying. Si eres paisa, era
No, pero
bullying.
pues sí. I do remember.
So I would see Banda Nueva Azteca, right? So I would see them all the time, and then I'm like, man, pues, I would see you and Nacho.
Y ese pinche gordo puede, yo también.
Así.
Pretty much like that, bro.
Así, pero.
So that kind of woke up my
My inner fat boy to be like, we
no,
can do this.
I mean, like, man, well, he could do it. I could sing. And my dream back in those days was always to be in the Azteca.
Damn.
Like I remember messaging somebody from your picture trail or MySpace.
Oh, you told me about that.
So I will always like look at you guys' picture trail all the time, bro, all the time.
Bro, I didn't even know he had one way. When you brought it up, you're just like, well, there had to be. Shout out to my boy Dario. Dario would be the one that would
manage all your
more
social media?
tech savvy or whatever back then.
This was not even like MySpace was out. It was just like picture trail mi gente and Chalino.
Chalino. Y había otro un como what was it? AOL like a
messenger.
No, messenger.
Like the Hotmail messenger.
Yeah.
ASL and shit. Eh?
So
Yep.
He
La
don't know about,
leche,
he don't know
no?
about the
Chat.
ASL,
Yo
bro.
sí.
I never did the chat. The what is it? The
The
phone
link?
line.
The party
phone-
line.
Oh, the party line?
I never did
You
that.
did
way.
But you
No.
get on there, there'd just be a bunch of gangbangers. What's
Yeah.
up? Blah, 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 blah.
So shout out to my boys, my childhood boys, Pedro, Victor, and Norman. So when we were a kid, esos ways we would three-way each other without telling each other we're in a fucking party line. So you fucking answer your phone like, hey, who's like you answer like bueno, and then like who's and then people in the party and would start talking shit to you, bro. So you fucking tell your business like, oh, pues soy ta 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 ta, and I'm like, and now my dumbass will be like, oh, pues con quién quiere hablar, and then people in the party line itself will start fucking with you, bro.
Oh shit.
So you're telling them your whole business, soy hijo de tan tan tan, and I'm like, no, man. So we used to do that to each other, just to fuck around.
Scammed
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
quick now.
And
Nowadays,
and,
you
we,
know, they
and then
call
we
it,
just
they
start
scam
laughing
and
in the
shit.
background, like, you dumbass, you fell for this shit.
Yeah, the party line. I remember.
You remember
that?
that?
Shit. My cousins.
You got a
would
high
call
bill
it
or what?
and shit. Who fucking knows?
I
We
mean,
didn't pay that.
I know one of my boys got a $2,000 bill, bro.
No mames.
But he wouldn't call the free one though. He'll call the paid one and shit. I
ese
never
güey la
called the
estaba
paid one,
cagando.
bro. I was poor.
Fucking $7 to go into this fucking room.
Bro, to think, right? Like they would actually charge you to like
Talk.
Use
the-
the phone.
the triple X. You would call like, hey, what's up, baby?
He used to call
Da,
out the
da, da.
mercado, bro.
Fucking.
Oh. Hey, bro. Before we keep on, what are you guys' pronouns, bro?
Oh yeah, we don't want to be.
I mean,
offended.
I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to be like, man, this guy came in and he was fucking asshole.
Macho alpha
I like,
penis having motherfucker.
he fat.
He fat.
He fat. I've always embraced my fatness, bro. I kind of, I'm not as fat, but
Yeah, you're not even fat no more. And then
Yeah.
I find it funny. Like, well, when I met you, you weren't really fat anymore. You know.
I was
You-
sort of fat. I was so little fat,
Pero ya iba
but
pa'
not
abajo.
yeah,
Ya
yeah,
iba
abajo.
pa' abajo.
Azteca years were my.
And then I
peak.
started meeting guys that would call this dude fat. Y pues,
Fat-
"Mira, ¿quién
fat was
verga
my
le
nickname.
dicen
Oh, that was
fat?"
your nickname?
My nickname.
I don't know if it was right, but I remember in the picture trail. No, don't get mad. It'll say it'll have your picture.
Carlos
it
Fat
had like the
Rodriguez?
sections, and it'll say Doughboy.
Ah, cabrón,
It was
no.
weird. I was like, what the fuck? And it said it, and I still remember like to this day.
A la verga. I've never heard.
And it had you in there.
Ahí se están burlando.
Ahí ya están burlando los culeros. in,
Pinche
high,
Darío.
in high school, they would call me like Kool-Aid man.
They call you cool.
Yeah. Pero Doughboy nunca, que yo me acuerde, güey. Pinches
Acaba de doler el
putos.
pinche Zaira, la verga. Más
La
pensando
cagan
de
esos
que
güeyes.
se están burlando de usted, compa, y usted ni cuenta.
But it took you a while to go to the vocals, though, right?
Yeah, bro. It took me a long time. So I played trombone since Banda Cielo. So when I was in Banda Cielo, they literally gave me the ultimatum, like, hey, if you don't learn a song by this time, you're done. Like literally, you're done.
On the
A
trombone.
song on the trombone.
Y era la de qué sacrificio.
On the
Qué
trombone, pues.
sacrificio, yeah. Yeah.
So you were in the band, but didn't know any fucking songs.
Nada.
So
So
just up there dancing the whole time.
pretty much. Bro. It took me a while
Bro.
because it was hard for me, bro. Because I would do
How old
everything.
were
You,
sheet music.
you had my fucking
I
dream
was
job.
16
güey.
year old.
16.
I've always wanted to be on stage with a banda dancing, bro.
But not play.
You wanted
I
to
don't
be a
play
showman.
shit.
You could have been in Duranguense, bro.
You could have been Mijares.
Con la pinche cowbell.
The Montes guy, the guy that doesn't play the bass.
Oh.
Right there.
I play
Or
I play
what's
a
his
mean
name?
cowbell.
The guy from Baraceros, the kid.
Oh, Juanito
I don't remember.
Loredo Jr.
Yeah. It could have been him too, bro.
Just a showman.
Yeah, just get paid and be out
You
there.
could have been El Dólar. You could have been fucking
También, with the burrito.
riding the little fucking
La
horse.
cagué, ¿verdad? I could have been in the
Hey, you're
music
from
scene.
Durango, so it would have been perfect, bro.
I know.
You snooze,
None
bro.
of you fuckers
So,
are from Durango.
so entonces, ¿cuánto duró without playing, but in a band?
Nah, like a couple months.
Okay.
So I knew how to play, but it was just hard for me to pick up the Mexican music. So I knew how to play that sheet music. I played in all city band. I was first chair always. But in the band where I was at, it was weird because everything was letters instead of like
The notes.
Yeah, the notes.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. And then Chino used to write our music. You remember Chino?
Oscar Ponce.
So he used to write our
Salud.
music. And then I would be like, man, pues, how the fuck am I supposed to know how the beat goes? So ahí es donde
the times and shit? Yeah.
So ahí es donde I started picking up my ear and shit. Like, no, pues, escucha la pinche canción. These are the notes. Pues, dale. And I was like, fuck. I'm like, pues, fuck it. And
So you were the opposite. You knew the right way.
yeah.
And you had to unlearn the right way.
Pretty much.
And
I had
fucking
to learn the
ear-
Mexican way.
the
paisa
ear
way.
way. And
Which
shit.
is funny because till this day, I argue with my bandmates in Potrillos that they call that the right way.
Which way?
The
The
paisa
ear.
way.
The-
The Mexican way. And I'm for me, I'm like, no, that's not the right way. But they're both right. But the way they
But
have
the
it-
right way is with notes.
the American way
Yeah.
is the way.
But
we-
they don't.
They do notes, but
I was gonna say, but they do notes, no?
yeah, they do notes, but they do some things a little different, and I'm just like, what the fuck? But they're like, no, es que no eres músico de Mexico, and I'm like, so we have a lot of arguments about that.
Yeah.
But back to the beginning. So I had to pretty much just get on my shit. So I learned a couple songs, and we were there with my compadre. We were there for like a year and a half, and then we jumped in the Duranguense bandwagon. Well, the Tierra Caliente Duranguense bandwagon, and we won Mensajero.
Which was that? Mensajeros?
Mensajero
I remember
Tierra Caliente.
Mensajeros.
I was there
a
8
fan
years,
of them.
bro.
Damn.
8 years.
That's the longest band I ever been in.
Oh, shit.
8 years.
Cool.
I mean,
So
I just
I
remember you
recorded
guys were the
everything.
trombones, right?
Yeah, we were trombones, no singing. I'll do some choros here, then like jacarandosa. That's pretty much.
Because
it.
they had the singer.
Yeah,
muchacho. Pedro.
So they had him and Jose. And Don Jose is like a big part of me picking up segundas. Because I would hear him and I watch him and I'm like, man, I don't know if you paid attention to him, but he has like a high range. He's always on tono. He plays keyboard, so you know if you're not on tono when you play keyboard, something's fucking wrong with you. You know, no offense to whoever plays out there.
To all the fucking key players that are disaffinated.
Is that a word, bro?
It is now.
It is in this fucking.
So I was there 8 years. I got married. My compadre was on and off in Mensajero. He kept going. He was on and off, and I got married. Little things we didn't agree with a couple of things, and me and my compadre decided to make frecuencia calentana, and that was fun.
I don't know why I don't remember Misa with frecuencia calentana.
No?
Bro. No, I don't remember him.
He was there since the beginning, bro.
Échale más, bro.
And you guys were singing at that point at there, or that was the same shit?
So
just-
me singing is literally shit, bro. I've been here 5. It's literally probably like 8 or 9 years, bro, of me singing barely. So shout out to Ramon from Banda Valle Verde, Ramon Villanueva. He was the first person that actually gave me a shot singing.
Because you were still playing trombone there.
Yes, I was still playing trombone.
But then you started doing segundas there?
I started doing segundas. I was in a band before that for a couple months. Y ahí no me dejaban hacer nada. Like, they would literally snag the microphone.
What was that?
That was a Banda Gabeña.
Oh, shit, I didn't even know you were there.
I was there for like 6 months.
Okay.
And but before that,
Who were you singing there with? Chago?
I was singing. No, I never met him.
Okay.
I was with no, I wasn't singing. I was playing trombone, but they'll give me some songs because we played for a couple people that liked the way how I sang, and then they would tell Rica. I don't ever know.
Yeah, Carnitas.
They'll tell them like, hey, I want him to sing, and then pues, they'll have to let me sing because this customer was
Customer's always right.
yeah.
Man.
So the guy will always make me sing for him and his wife, like de Mi Mayor Anhelo and Banda MS songs.
Yeah.
So I would literally sing that for like fucking a half hour, an hour. But literally I finish the song and they'll snag the microphone like, hey.
Bro, really quick, going back to Frecuencia, you actually did the whole fucking Miami shows, right?
So we did the Miami show. So here's one person that we invited when we had Frecuencia was this man. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you remember.
You invited me
Yeah.
to join?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't remember that, to be honest.
There's actually I don't know if it's somewhere out there, but we did like a little recording with you.
With me?
Yes.
Where?
I think my compadre has it somewhere. Well, we did it at
where did we do
Potrillos.
Oh, I went to that. I remember that. Dude, to this
It was
day,
a calada. It wasn't more like hey,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
here,
To this date, I remember going to Patiño's basement when he first opened his
Yes.
studio, right?
Yes.
And I couldn't remember why I went. Wait.
Now you know.
Now
Kinda
you were
remember.
high,
You were
bro.
fucking trying out
I
for
was
bands.
sort of trying out.
And they didn't want you. They're like, nah.
Nah,
you make this
so
up.
And
you're
what
like,
was it? Do you?
what song?
Yeah.
Se fue de mí. Se fue de mí.
Verga.
sin avisar. Like Nacho recorded that song.
Okay.
So we had a talk with you, and after that, and then this was at the time I think you were barely starting with the whole real stuff. And then
Oh,
you're like, hey man, but I already got a project going on. We got some plans. And then you're like,
me acuerdo, compa.
and then you're like, oh, pues like said Nacho, I
Malditas
recommend my boy
drogas.
Nacho. 'Cause I just heard of Nacho because Banda Presagio and you know Banda Nueva Azteca. Like man, that was
Damn, so I recommended Nacho, right?
you recommended Nacho.
But you guys didn't even know Nacho like that.
I did not know him at all. Well, we didn't know him at all.
Oh,
So
shit.
he went to try out with us, and then he's like, pues, he se quedó. So he
Yeah.
left Potrillos for frecuencia.
Yeah.
So then,
That was huge.
yeah, it's funny because I still get shit till this day from Potrillos. They're like, oh, when Nacho left us for you and this and that. And I'm just like,
And now he's at
You
the
should
other,
be like,
now-
it's Carlos' fault now.
pretty much.
Yeah.
They'll tell me the stuff that he will say to them, and I'm like, oh, well, Nacho, he's a funny guy.
I love Nacho.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Man, he was a great mentor for part of what I do now, singing and pues con él fue la primera persona que me aventé a empezar a cantar, and that was because we had nobody like. And it's funny because up to this day, and the first time I started singing and doing segundas, I got made fun of. They're like, ahora tú vas a cantar, like, no mames, you play trombone, like, you're not a singer, like, you don't got the image and stuff. And I was like, watch me. Because
You
since
say,
I was
Carlos
a
could
kid.
do it, I can't.
Bro, because before image was everything.
Yes,
You needed to be this pretty boy,
Up to-
recodo, fucking.
Up to Valle Verde, I think image from what I was always told by Ramon. Ramon was always a great person, but he would tell me, like, hey, cut that beard, and arreglate, you're in front, like
Trim up.
And I don't really get told that right now in Potrillos, but in Valle Verde, like Ramon was always big.
No,
about,
but yeah, you got those teachings and
Yeah.
you're applying it now.
Yeah.
eh?
Sí, sí.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
over the years, man, I think I had like great teachers, like secciones, like parejas that I sing with. Like I picked up a little bit of everything, even if I had like a bad experience with them, like it was I learned something from each and one of them. Even with
Yeah.
the Gabeña days, I still learned.
And you were also Escandalosa, right?
So I was with Viento
I fucking
for 3
I
years.
just remember that now, yeah.
With compa Arturo, saludos Arturo.
Yeah.
I was there for 3 years, and then I've been with Potrillos 5 years, which is fucking crazy. Which would not since I was a kid, back to the mensajero days, Pedro, he was always like, Potrillos is number one, Potrillos is number one. He will always kind of like put that on us.
Yeah.
So everywhere we went, we will see Potrillos as like, but it was Potrillos or nobody pretty much for us.
Yeah.
So we'll like idolize him. He had him for one of his weddings. So like literally they're playing at his wedding. We're like in front, fucking just drooling, watching these guys. When Fly had long hair,
Que
curly
pues
hair.
sigue siendo, ¿no? Potrillos, technically, in the banda scene.
But
Wow.
I mean, it's.
I mean, for a lot of people.
It's up for argument with a lot of people nowadays, right? Pero the old heads, I would say yes, way.
that everybody always.
I'm probably gonna get some shit from some.
No,
but-
I mean, I'm not even a big banda guy, but I mean, they're definitely
obviously not even comparing, right? But I'm saying like
top 3.
when you start,
And they're number 1. I would say they're
like these young dudes when they're like, oh, who's the best banda in general? So almost no one says Recodo anymore. Way.
Mm.
But
And for me, it's Banda MS.
But the old this is MS is a new guy right here. The old heads, we would say Recodo. Way.
Recodo,
They're the
yeah.
institution. They're the masters.
Yeah.
They're fucking all of the above. Way. Everyone else just did their thing too.
Que pues muchos de esos güeyes, o sea, la escuela viene del recodo,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So for me, that's again not. I know it's a drastic comparison,
Yeah.
but that's how I see kind of Potrillos way. Like,
Like they're
yeah, there's all these
they're
new
the
bands.
institution of Chicago.
Yeah, wait, there's all these new bands that are fucking great. I'm not saying no, but old guy like me, I go back to they're still in my eyes the
Yeah.
best way. They have. I think now everyone just upped their game. Modern
Yeah.
musicians son otro pedo way.
Yeah, and that's man. Thanks for saying about Potrillos, but for me that I've been in 4 bands, I seen all the difference between them. Like Potrillos is like really strict on music, clothing, on the way you present yourself, and on and music, just like music, like they take care of everything like really good. Like they'll tell us like, yes, we may play the same song, but we don't play it the same. Like we make sure it's on point on every aspect, even to the fucking the sincero. Everything has to be like on its beat, like very precise. Even the tono, like when I got there first, like I had a really hard time of like them telling me like, hey, pues ahí vas mal fuera de tono, and I'm like, Pues what the fuck? I'm fine.
I've heard that before.
And they'll grab the trumpet or the clarinet, Chabelo, because the practices is corre Tony. So like this man has a fucking ear that is amazing, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking singing. I'm thinking I'm going good, and he's like, no.
Oh, ahí says,
Man, he'll fucking play. He's like, it's a fucking flat. Nobody catches it, but you have to catch it, and we catch it. I'm just like, no mames. He's like, it's half a step, but you gotta catch it. But like, he's like, y te la pitan. He'll be like, and he'll play the note, and then you gotta match it with the
instrument.
Like the word has to match, and that's one thing that when I was in high school, I wanted to learn like chorus. But back in our day, being in chorus was not right for a guy to be in it. That was like you're in there, and then only you were gay. You were labeled as gay.
Is that what you said?
Yeah. I mean, you were labeled as gay, and then pretty much all the gay guys were.
But not like
God damn, I took
gay,
course.
Like, yeah, fucking.
You went oh shit.
I took course, but I
You're
didn't take course in high school because it's gay.
But you did it in middle school.
I did it a private school.
Oh, you did it in a
So
private
you were
school?
a closet gay.
Wait,
I was a closet gay.
Were you at church?
No. When I first at 21,
I think I heard one of your was it what you said about when you met Puros Compas? You said in one of your podcasts. You said something about that you even recorded or something.
No, I don't think so. Well, when I was like 21, se me chingó la
You had your very first beer.
yeah.
Como Homer.
Se me chingó la pinche garganta.
I
man.
thought you were gonna say you came out.
I think I heard about that.
Yeah, I had a node
Okay.
and I had surgery.
I think you told me or I heard about that.
Yeah,
'Cause,
you might have heard
back in the
because-
day, the music world was a little smaller, bro.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
the communication was not there.
It was not there, but we were smaller. So you'll
Yeah.
hear more like, okay, a fulano le pasó esto, a fulano esto. Like now, I go to fucking gigs, I don't know who the fuck is who, bro. I know I'm getting old, but ya vi un puta madral, bro. Y antes to be in a paisa band, it was not cool either.
Right.
So you were made fun of, like, oh, you're a fucking brazer, you fucking play in a band, you're beating. Like I would get told by my cousins, like, you're a fucking beaner, bro. Like, fuck are you doing in a band? And they were those fucking gangbangers and shit.
Yeah.
Now I get picked on for that. I'm like, yeah, whatever, fuck you.
Now they're like, ¿cuánto la hora, primo?
Yeah, pretty
Ah,
much.
well.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck you.
Pretty much. But
So I had the surgery y and part of my rehab was to go to a conservatorio. And when I went to the conservatorio here in Chicago, it's called Sherwood. Now it's owned by Columbia College.
okay.
Y allí, a free class was a course, the choir.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you learned the whole right way with the keyboard and
Well, I was just doing vocals with the choir.
Mhm.
It was free. And I mean, ya luego después, with my actual class for the rehab, ahí es donde I would say I stepped up my vocal, my game, I guess. Yeah.
you know how to sing the right way.
You're correct. My stomach, stopped using more of or less of my throat and shit.
So it took me a while to learn how to sing the right way. I kind of had to put two and two together. So I'm like, well, I play the trombone already. Like I could play high and I could play low and I could do all this. Like I got to put the same thing in your voice. So my band teacher, shout out to everybody that went to Schurz High School, classes 03 band.
Schurz
High School. He will always say the trombone is the closest thing to the human voice. So whatever the trombone could play, the human voice could do the same ranges, no high. It's the same thing. So he my teacher was awesome, man. Mr. Annis, may God rest his soul. He literally he had he had a big part in my life that I became a musician because when I was a freshman, like I didn't want to fucking play music because I'll get the whole thing from the cousins. Like, you're a fucking nerd, you're in band and stuff, and I'm like, fuck this. So you could end up this madroso on the cruise and shit.
Yeah.
But he was like, hey man, you come to Schurz, like in order for you to come to Schurz, you have to be in music. You have to pass it. Like you have to do something. So I'm like, I do like music, but I just wanted to be cool, Like I want to be part of the cool kids. So I was in football and all that shit, right? So then at the end, I'm like, pues fuck it, le voy a entrar a la música. So I started paying attention. I started taking private lessons. So I would take private lessons with un maestro that he would teach me how to play the baritone and trombone. Then he actually was his name was Mr. Smith. Like he actually had like old music make a horn after his name.
Oh shit.
So he was pretty famous out in the music world. But back in the day, back when I was in high school, he was probably like 80. So he taught a lot of musicals from like Schurz and from the all city bands, like orchestras.
Yeah.
So there I started taking like music. I started learning like how to do chromatic scales and how to actually play the right way, read music. So then me empezó a gustar, bro. So then I got in the banda and I'm like, pues, I started putting two and two together. Y ya pues cuando empecé a cantar, it's pretty much the same thing. At first, he me aventaba a lo menso. I would start fucking singing as loud as I can, try to be louder than everybody. Y sí me empecé a chingar. But a lot of the thing that happened to me, I kind of did the same thing where you did, where I had to go to an institute, but I didn't go the whole way where I had to learn how to sing. They actually, I had un esophago, like I had acid reflux.
Oh.
So my whole esophagus was burnt out.
Yeah.
So
and that's also because you were bigger.
yes, and I was,
Yeah.
I mean, I always been big, but I was just not eating healthy at all.
Yeah.
Bro. So I had to, like, if you're a singer, you can't eat.
Where did you go for that? Did I give you the number for that?
No, that was the Bastion Music Institute.
The Bastion.
You gave it to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bastion Institute of fucking
Yeah, out in,
the
I
throat
think,
and shit.
Hinsdale or something like that.
Ahí mandé también a Nacho. Nacho got his thing from there too.
So they put a camera down your throat,
Yeah.
and they make you sing with the keyboard. So I don't know if they made you do that. So they touch your freaking vocal cords
Yeah.
with the thing, and then he like goes in there to make sure your shit's good. So then he's like, your whole esophagus is fucking rad. Like, so I had to give me like acid reflux medicine. So I tried like 3 different ones, and then I'm like, fuck, I gotta change everything. If I want to sing, I gotta change it. So I had to stop smoking. Like I would smoke, squares here and there.
Oh shit, yeah.
Probably smoke Newports, right?
Nah, it was
Marlboro Reds.
my world lights.
Marlboro Lights.
Yeah, and it came to a thing because when Valle Verde gave me my first chance, like I started fucking up, bro. That's when my boys started fucking up. So I would literally be in break smoking.
Estabas como ronco y todo el pedo,
Yeah,
¿verdad? Sí me
these guys would
acuerdo,
come up
güey.
to me and me quitaban el cigarro y me lo aventaban a la verga. They're like, you can't fucking be smoking, bro, if you want to sing. So I stopped smoking. That's when I stopped smoking. I sometimes smoke here and there.
Yeah.
Like this year, I smoked a lot in Potrillos, but then I started messing with my boys a lot too. So I'm like, fuck this. Pero that's where I kind of put 2 and 2 together, where I have to like put what I know in trombone to the boys. But I didn't do that what you said, where you had to learn how to sing.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get to that part. They offered it, but I'm like, nah, I didn't have money, bro.
Yeah.
I wasn't rich like this guy making money at the stock market.
At that time, it
Compa
was
es de
good.
billeta, la verga.
Sí, no, ahorita ya me la pelo, ni a la 26 alcanzo a llegar, güey. Yeah, right there they taught you how to talk, güey. O sea, it started with learning how to talk and then learning how to have your voice resonate and blah, blah, y la chingada.
It's crazy, bro, because that guy's like famous. The guy from that school.
Uh-huh.
Like if you go on YouTube, he has like some videos with like fucking views and everything. Like he teaches you it. Like he gave me some pointers on what to do and what not to do. He's like, man, you use your voice a lot. Y en ese tiempo con Ramon, man, nos salían chinga, bro. We'll do like 30 hours a weekend.
I remember that.
So like he's like, you're singing this much on the weekend, and if you're still going to work and you're calling people on the phone, like you can't do that shit. Te vas a gastar. You need to rest your voice, like text or just don't fucking talk at all. So I learned how to do that, and I started doing a lot more texting and stuff.
Yeah. Así estaba yo, güey.
30 hours. I was like, I think
No
like,
más, mine is
pinche
30
billeta la
hours.
verga, pero antes no había
It was like
las pinches bandas,
Nah.
$15 la hora, qué vergas.
back in the day, it was
What were
like
you making there? Like
40
50?
bucks, 40 bucks an hour.
Which is not, I mean, you
I mean,
really
it's
think
not
it's not bad,
No.
but compared to now, o sea,
See, and I always had that ambition, bro. Ambition, because if you're not trying to get better at this shit, then why the fuck are you in it? Like in the music world, like me, since I was a mensajero, like Pedro would say Potrillos was the best one, and I did see that they were the best one. Like so, my goal was always to get the Potrillos or the best paying banda out there, and up to this day, I haven't seen a banda that musically they're there and money wise.
so they were both.
They're
Yeah.
both. They're, for me they're both, and then I've been in some pretty good bandas that I think I went to Viento, I went to Valle Verde, I went to Gabella. I mean, and now I think and I always been in bandas that they pay everybody equal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know some bandas nowadays where certain people get paid a little more, and
Right.
that's cool if you if they're paying you good. But fuck it, why wouldn't you do it? Because I got a couple offerings this off season, and they're like, pues we paid this much, and I'm just like, that's cool, but like, does everybody get paid the same? They're like, nah, just the singers get this much. And I'm like, no, pues está bien. I'll
But you don't like that?
I don't, and I kind of do, because I guess that's when your diva-ish comes out. I mean, as a singer, because I think every singer is kind of diva. I don't know, what do you think?
I agree.
Like you kind of want, like when
It's
I
parte del
first
show, no?
I think it's part of being a singer, güey.
when I first started, I was afraid of that. I
Of becoming that?
I didn't want the spotlight.
Oh,
I wanted
yeah.
to sing back there, and I think that's one thing my compadre is kind of going through right now, finding himself.
Yeah.
And I talk to my compadre on a daily basis. I'm like, compadre, man, you gotta let that shit go, bro. like for me, I found unos cuantos shots help you out, you know, like relax.
Okay.
And you know who helped me figure that out? Luis Moreno.
Luis Moreno. I just seen him. That's
Because I feel like other singers before him kind of liked me being in the background.
Yeah.
You know, like I felt like, I mean, I see it, I saw it too. Like they kind of like me, kind of like not trying to.
Like they were not trying to share the spotlight.
Correct.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, no, cabrón, you got to be out here in front with me, dancing, you know, doing this. Vamos a correr, vamos a hacer esto. When we sing, we got to stand in front, do all this, preséntate bien. He would be like, no, he's like, I don't care what you do, but get to that point. And he'll be like, me regañaba y dice, hey, güey, pinche media hora estás parado como chile, I'm fucking scared. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And I'll be like, sí, llegaba yo y me quedaba todo like, tieso, you know? And I feel like everybody's fucking looking at me and shit. I mean, but then there is singers that don't have that. Like, I don't know if you had that. Or
The
Bart.
what?
Or like when you get there, you're like fucking all scared and shit. Because he was like an instant, like, vámonos, you know?
Sí, güey. Yo creo que ahora de más de viejo, I would get more self-conscious because, bro, I cannot memorize letras, güey. For shit, güey.
I think that's an art that's left behind, no?
Memorizing?
Because even now, like the big bands, you see they have their monitors.
Yeah.
So
Well, I can't memorize shit, güey, and it fucks with my psyche a little bit because I've always been one to interact.
I memorize like literally, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. In Potrillos music, I probably know like out of the fucking 70 songs we got, I know like 10.
Oh,
there.
okay.
So the rest, I will read some of it, or I'll read like the first couple paragraphs. I'm like, all right, I got it.
Yeah,
me
yeah.
acordé. Pero like me las memorizo. No, it's.
There's
And back in the
motherfuckers
day,
that knows
I
them,
did.
though, man. Yeah.
And like mi compa Rica that sings with me, he does memorize them. And Jose Juan, they do. They memorize them. But I think that it has to do a lot with age. Like you said.
That's true. I think so.
Because when you're younger, you kind of don't have
Responsibilities.
I mean, they're married. But I think like the way I thought of my life before I had my kids and bills and the house and all this shit, like it was a little different, bro. Now you got all this shit in your back mind. No, pues tengo que pagar esto, tengo que hacer esto, or my kid needs this, or my kid, or we got to do this, or we got to do that. And the fucking songs, the lyrics se van a la chingada.
Es lo último que uno piensa.
Yeah, like uno no se dedica al lleno a esto. Like I feel like if I probably had like a actual, if this was my my everyday
Only job,
yeah, I'd probably memorize them. Pero ahorita, like, una o dos. Like, if I really, really, really like the song, I'll memorize it.
Yeah.
Pero si es una canción que I'm like, pues yeah, me gusta, pero like, pinche canción, pues we'll play it every here and there.
Yeah.
Pero yeah, like, it took me a while to get that out of me, pues.
And then being from Guerrero, how madly in love were you with Banda in itself?
So the part of Guerrero that where I'm from is the northern part. So we're part of, like, estamos en el norte pegados a Morelos. So that whole area is pura banda.
Oh, okay.
It's all banda. So you have lo que es just like Joan Sebastian's bandas. Que ahí había una que se llamaba La Carbonera, La Banda Certao, which they were techno banda and then became a banda. But there is Tierra Caliente. So when the whole Mensajero time was on, Tierra Caliente was super strong there too.
Yeah.
So I did go into the Tierra Caliente thing where I like La Dinastía, Betos Canarios. But I never got into the hardcore Tierra Caliente, like those dudes that sound like with their deep ass voice, like Banda Roja and all that stuff. Like I don't like that type. Like that.
Well, Mensajero was kind of like a techno banda.
No, they were like Duranguense, Tierra Caliente, man. Like we were kind of hybrid. I'm guessing you could say.
Yeah.
Like we were not like true Tierra Caliente and shit. And then when we made Frecuencia, we were trying to go that way, but we still were not there. Because we had like people like Johnny and Richie and Christian that they gave us more modern feeling.
Modern touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but we did have the true Tierra Caliente tubita, the little one.
Right.
But we used to play it more modern instead of like playing like that. Pero the part in de ahí de donde somos nosotros, de mi pueblo que se llama Temascalapa, Guerrero, like it's all la banda reina mucho. Like the jaripeo is always with a banda. You can't have like we'll have a Tierra Caliente, but it'll be like more for the baile.
Yeah.
But banda is the main thing.
So you sort of kind of grew up with listening to it.
Banda. Yeah, my dad was always a big Joan Sebastian fan, banda fan, like techno banda, and banda was always.
Because I'll tell you what, bro, Guerrero's got some great voices, bro. Like I've always admired their harmonies and their fucking Betos Canarios and just the first and second and
that's where the whole thing of me trying to sing high came from.
Yeah, I bet.
Because I'm like, man, I want to sing like those guys.
Yeah,
High,
yeah.
high. Like I never,
Bien finito es, güey. Bien finito.
I never thought of myself like kind of singing low. So and then después aparte cuando entramos con frecuencia, like everything was segundas for Nacho, you know, like up high or
Yeah.
whatever it was. So I never really did a primera till I got to Valle Verde, or whenever I was singing karaoke and stuff, you know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how that. But yeah, man, like just from the guys that I shared stages with, man, like I learned from all of them. Like, and then I feel like Luis Moreno was the person that unlocked that. Like, hey man, go fucking get it. Like, you could do it. Like, don't fucking be a little bitch, pretty much. You know?
Yeah.
Like déjate de mamadas. You know? He'll tell me straight up, like, te pongas pendejo, no te me frises, cabrón. You know, vámonos. We gotta get this shit. Yeah, we'll fucking have to go out there and then I will, and, you know, and a lot of the thing I think it has to do with like me being big and shit. And I feel like everybody's looking at me.
Oh,
You know?
okay.
So you don't have that confidence. I mean, I'm still big, but I kind of like felt like I got over that. I'm like, you know, I feel like my voice is good enough to make up for me being
Right,
you know,
right.
a big guy. And then I started seeing all the newer, bigger singers that came out.
Now
and
it's a norm, way.
you know, and now
Yeah.
now if you're not big, you know, it's
Well, now it's just accepted, you
Yeah.
know?
Si mi compa iba a comer 20 tacos para estar más pinche gordo.
Yeah, I heard.
la verga.
That was the Azteca thing, güey.
So you guys had like a little challenge, or what?
Yeah. Whatever we would make for that set, we would just go eat it in tacos between all of us.
Where at?
Comales right here on Pulaski and
And the one called Doña
60th.
something now?
yeah.
Okay. I never been there, man. Is it good?
I mean, back in the day, it was.
Because
I don't
in
know.
one of the podcasts, Robbie was talking about their carne en su jugo was good.
Oh shit!
But I think you guys were fucking gone.
We're
It-
probably gone. I know.
Every time I go to Paco's Tacos in front of it, I look at it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, he's this say la carne en su jugo was good, but I'm very
Well,
picky
you
about
were
that.
on the fucking Pulaski Comales for a while recently, talking about how you had gone y que está muy perro todavía. y que sabe qué.
The one on Cicero. Cicero on 79th Comales is fucking fire.
Yeah,
man.
I never
Yeah.
been there.
Pa' la verga.
It's around 79. No, I'll have to try it.
Right by like Sam Ash, where it used to be.
Okay.
Yeah, right there in the corner.
There's
It's
like,
right next to the weed dispensary now.
damn, bro, there's a fucking dispensary everywhere now, right?
Now there is, way.
I was just talking to my parents about it because, like, we were talking before the pod. Like, I feel like every parent above 60 still sees it as a fucking devil, bro. Like,
Right.
Or you're gonna pretty much throw your life away.
Malito.
So last time I was talking to my mom, like, we're there right now, drinking a beer. I'm like, Mom, like, ¿sabes qué? Cuando mi hijos tengan, because you talk about it in your pod, like, back when they're our age, it's gonna be a fucking norm, you know, like.
Oh yeah, it's gonna go to like 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was telling my mom, like, cuando ellos tengan mi edad, fucking smoking a joint in their living room probably be normalized.
Yep.
You know, like it won't be looked at.
It's like having a beer, way.
Yeah.
I kind of been thinking about that a lot.
Yeah. Like when you have a little
When,
Abardo.
when is it gonna be? No, like when is it gonna be like when I'm okay to just fucking spark up? Like I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. Like who's there? Like I think I'm getting closer to that.
With your
fucking
family, or you
point.
mean
Yeah,
with,
yeah,
you
yeah,
mean with the public?
Yeah, with my family to be like,
family.
hey man, what the fuck? It's
Bien Cynthia, way.
bien Cynthia.
Bien Cynthia.
Vale
Shit, in the
verga.
living room. No, in the room. I get loud.
Smoking, but telling my kids, hey,
Ni madres.
ni madres, you can't do that. It's only for me.
Hasta que pague la renta.
Hasta que
Hasta
tenga
que
mortgage.
pague la-
Sí. Shout out. Shout out
Saludos
to
para la ching. Now that I remember, saludos para las chingonas.
The
Talk
whole
about
pod
it.
fam.
Mis compas unfiltered, a mis compas de Los Calentanos, you guys, thank you guys, and Guac Pod, man, it's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Like, it's just a whole fucking another animal.
it is, right? And it's pretty starting, way.
It's
Y-
addicting.
Yeah. Y siguen saliendo, güey. Siguen saliendo. I mean, shout out. We just did the Nazo Camp.
Okay.
Acabo de ver otro nuevo que se llama Siempre Humilde.
From here,
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's.
it's awesome, bro. It's a whole nother animal. It's I feel like if you're not a musician and you're in a pod, you kind of get that fix from there.
Yeah,
'Cause
for
you
sure.
get that being around people and meeting people.
Yeah.
You get. I mean, I think. To tell you guys, podcasters, like if you want to know how it feels to be a musician, being a podcaster is pretty close to that feeling.
Yeah. That's a good comparison.
Because you meet people, you're out and about. You know, some people do se presentan. If you're popular enough, you
Even
do.
the singer,
yeah.
like, o sea, you get the spotlight. You know, the lights are on, the camera's on. You're just like, what the fuck? I was
Yeah,
like,
that's you know, it's pretty true. Actually, now I think about it. Saludos a la familia Patino de Puragua, Guanajuato. This weekend we were hanging out and they were all telling me like, "Oh, yeah, you better shout us out on the podcast." So You guys shout out. I
Yeah,
guess they all
yeah.
listen to it. Y pues, yo ni cuenta that they all fucking listen to it.
I wonder if
and
it's the
shit,
same patiños
Well,
that
not all
we
of them,
play
but
for.
a couple of them,
Salud para la gente de Guanajuato. This is Guanajuato, right?
Yeah, Puragua, Guanajuato. My girl's
We
family.
play for some people from there. From they're called patiños. So, but then there's a lot of them out there because Arturo's patiño.
Arturo's Patiño. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sí, hay muchos, bro. And then do they have you gotten recognized for the podcast and not the banda?
Yes. So
Man, that's cool.
Luis will be like, "What the fuck? They recognize you for the fucking?" Because me and him will always, walk around. So I have people come up to me like, "Hey man, you're the guy from Los Calentanos and shit." And I'm just like, and he'll be standing there like waiting for his like you're the guy from Banda Potrillos or
Mi
Preciosa.
madre.
And they'll just and they'll fucking talk to me, take
Sitting there
pictures.
with a marker ready
And
to
he'll-
sign something. And
He'll
shit.
tell me, he's like, "Man, bro, that's fucking badass, bro, that they actually recognize you for the podcast. That yo pensé que no tenían like people
Following, yeah.
And it's crazy, bro, because I honestly didn't think people watched it. Like I've been to gigs where people are like, "Hey man, Los Calentanos," and I'm just like, "Damn, bro, people are fucking listening." So I'm like,
Yeah.
and it's scary, bro, because you think nobody's listening, but people are actually out there like listening to the dumb shit you say. Because I mean, honestly, on the pod, I used to say dumb shit, bro.
Yeah. Well, that's why you got to give them away. Like, I'm not a doctor,
Yeah.
but COVID,
Yeah.
vale verga.
Is it Chinese? Can you say it's a
But my
Chinese
compa
one?
has COVID right now. We're
Dude.
still chilling right here like nothing.
During the COVID time, that's how I wanted to
What-
just talk so much about it, güey, because, I mean, es que uno, güey, de paisa,
Yeah.
se enfoca en lo que te está diciendo Telemundo, Univision, and
Como que te encierras and shit.
dude, I
You're
had just put up not that long ago, a post about, si viste cuando they're like, oh, boycott Telemundo because they canceled all of Joe Biden and the Democratic Party, and they just signed with the Red Party with the Republicans, and what have we come to? And I'm like,
And just because they were a Hispanic thing, right?
yeah, wait. And I'm just like, dude, are you guys serious? Like, you guys want to boycott because of the political party? Isn't it like a bigger issue to know that a political party is buying out
Yeah.
what they're feeding you? Way?
Yeah.
Same thing, way. The Democratic Party was feeding the Spanish stations the whole get vax, get vax, get vax. But nobody ever put out the numbers of the shit that was coming out afterwards.
I'm actually now an anti-vaxxer, bro.
Same.
After getting vaxxed.
After almost fucking dying from a vaccine.
Oh, fuck.
Did you get
really?
So I got the second booster. So it came to.
So you took one and then two,
Yeah.
and then the
So
second one.
after the first one, I was good.
Okay.
After the second one, I went on vacation and I came back. I didn't make it to vacation. I was going to go to vacation, so I got my shot on Friday. So on Saturday, I started seeing shit, bro.
What? What do you mean?
Like seeing shit where I'm driving and I start. And you know what a kaleidoscope is, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
How do you say it?
Kaleidoscope.
Kaleidoscope, man,
Yeah.
bro. Sorry. I took Spanish till fourth grade.
Pfizer.
Fucking beaner.
Paisas.
So I'm driving, right, coming home from work, and then on my right eye, a little kaleidoscope
Kaleidoscope.
started coming out.
Shut the
So I fucking ignored it, bro. So I'm like, yeah, but I'm good, right?
There were like
So
5 lanes. and
it
shit.
got to the point where it took over my whole side, and it went onto the left side.
What?
So I pulled over, and I'm just sitting there like an idiot, like just fucking like. And then I would get a headache. I guess now, from what they're called according to my eye doctor, I've been asking every eye doctor every time I go to an eye doctor, like what the fuck it has to do with the shot.
Yeah.
They all say they never heard of it, but I'm sure they're bullshit. I think it's a visual migraine they call it. And they're like, "Well, you ever had migraines?" I'm like, never in my fucking
Well,
life
yeah,
I had.
You
this
never
shit.
had them before?
So that happened from Friday. So I ignored it. I'm like, maybe estoy cansado. So I'm getting old, you know. I'm fucking 30. I was 36 at the time. Like, me estoy poniendo viejo, pues fuck it. Ya me va a llevar la verga. I'm like, I'm fucking fat.
Yeah.
And then like during COVID, I got to the point where I stopped giving the fuck about my health, literally.
Okay.
You know, because I'm like, fucking, we're all gonna fucking die. Because I started getting fed all that TV shit where,
Yeah,
you know, nos va a llevar la verga, we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
I started seeing people in my family drop dead, you know.
Oh,
So
shit.
I had people in my family.
Because of COVID?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, fuck, we're all gonna die, I guess, you know. So I started like eating my ass off. Being big was more popular. You know, I don't know if you ever got
Gordito y barbón a la
it got
verga.
into my head of being like, I don't know if you ever seen those guys called Big in Fashion. It's really
The big
fucking-
dudes?
Yeah. So in my mind, I'm like, pues, fuck it, I'll get as big as I can, and I'll do a fucking show like that, a podcast here in Chicago, big and fashion. I'll go in places, start fucking buying bigger clothes and eating my ass off. But you know, when that happened, that was kind of an eye opener. But I'm like, my vision. So it started Friday, and on Monday when I was on my way to work, I was going to Wisconsin. And before you get to the freaking to the 7-Eleven on the ahí en el Oasis, it happened again, bro. But it got to the point where I fucking started throwing up because like my headache was just so bad.
Damn.
So me and my doctor have a really close relationship where I known her. I've been going with her since I was like 20, so she knows everything about me, right? So I fucking call her like, this was going on, and then she's like, pues no me gusta lo que estás sintiendo. You need to go to the hospital now. So like my right side was hurting, I couldn't see, and I would literally have to wait like an hour para que se me pase. So I drove myself to the hospital, and at that time COVID was really fucked up. So she's like, when you get to the hospital, tell them everything's at 10. Your fucking pain's at 10. You can't see, you know, because they're going to put you in. So they did. Like, I got there. I'm like, hey, man, my head's hurting this much. I'm seeing shit. Like, it's fucking hurting. I'm fucking, like, dying. So they put me in. They did a CAT scan. And then they literally had me out there for 2 hours. And then already in the hospital's fucking on COVID. And then somebody comes out from the hospital. Hey, I'm the GM in the hospital. The hospital's packed. If you're just here to get tested for COVID, like, we have no test. And I'm like, I'm like, man, there's a lot of people with actual COVID. Like, I'm gonna get fucking sick. So I call my doctor, and she's like, well, part of the hospital group, I could see your results. And she's like, come to my consultorio. So I went, and then she's like, man, everything's fine. Like, what have you done? I'm like, I just got my shot on Friday. And she's like, oh, that's it. So she's fucking turned me around, gave me a shot, bro. And like literally, as she's gave me the shot, my relief, everything went away.
Oh shit!
Damn.
And that was like after I took my shot, whenever the second one came out, I don't know when that one came out. And since then, I never had those issues again, bro. But that was happening every day, and I was getting so scared.
Every day?
Every day, bro.
From when you got the second shot?
Yeah. And I was getting to the point where I was freaking the fuck out because I'm like,
bet.
I can't control it. Si me pasa cuando estoy con mi familia manejando. Luckily, what happened when I was by myself. But it happened one time at my in-laws' house when I'm just like sitting there. My wife's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? She's like, you got a weird look. And I was just like there, like kind of holding on to myself, bro. And I was just like kind of going through it. And then she's like, you got a weird ass look. Like, what's wrong? And I'm like, oh man, I don't feel right. I'm
And
seeing
it wasn't
shit.
like vertigo or anything like that?
You know? I mean, my head would hurt. So I'm sure I would just sit down, bro. It always happened when I was sitting down. So now, according to los oculistas, they say it's a visual migraine. That's what it's called. But it never in my life it ever happened, or it has happened again.
Damn.
And every time
And
I
what
tell
did
them,
she inject you with?
I don't know. And I tell them that she injected me, and they ask me the same thing. What did she inject?
Tranquilizers.
Probably, bro.
Ivermectin.
Fucking fentanyl. Ahí te da un poquito de fentanyl.
Right?
Para que
Fuck.
te alivianes,
You
perro.
see?
Paz.
Yeah, so since then, it has never happened again. So since then, I'm a big anti-vaxxer, bro.
Yeah.
For COVID.
Pues también pinche Misa le fue mal, ¿verdad?
A mi compa, yeah. A mi compa.
Y pues no se diga Celso, güey.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we all had a bad experience with it.
Yeah.
I mean, COVID never really did shit to me because I'm anti-Semitic, or como se dice?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Anti-Semitic? You're not anti-Semitic.
No, you're not
Don't
anti.
say that. Don't say that.
¿Cómo? Pues no me hace nada, pues.
No te da el efecto.
Yeah.
You can have it and you don't know.
The only way I knew I had COVID was because I couldn't taste. Until this day, I can't smell.
Verga.
Yeah. So yeah, it sucks.
You can't smell?
It never came back.
Shut the fuck up.
And my wife gives me shit all the time because she's like, because I still have a baby, right? So she's like, you don't smell. I'm fucking carrying him. Like, I don't smell anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Todo cagado.
Nothing.
Nothing, bro.
Obviously, food,
has to
nothing.
be super
nothing.
strong, super strong. Or a different smell, but I see like shit. No, I'm good, bro.
A la verga, that's
Yeah.
weird.
It never came back, and my taste buds did come back, but there's some stuff that tastes weird to me now, like crema. Like crema tastes like oil to me, like if I would taste like literally mazola, like it
Nasty.
But I like it though. Like now I just mix it up with like queso and shit and eat it. Like when I do chilaquiles or something like that. Because back in the day I would put fucking crema on like everything. But after COVID now I'm like, fuck this. By itself it tastes like shit, you know, lecho sal or like prepared like a little Mexican way with limon and sal and shit.
Oh, shit.
Nah, I don't fuck with crema either.
Huh?
I fucking love crema. I put that shit on
Yeah?
everything.
Crema and aguacate, I'm fucking
No,
good,
but
güey.
that's that's
Mr.
crazy, bro.
fucking aguacate. It doesn't like
And
aguacate
crema,
and
güey.
shit.
Fuck that. I
So how do
get
you eat your chilaquiles?
no crema. O sea, así nomás.
Just queso?
Picky ass
Queso,
motherfucker.
cebolla.
Here, dude.
That's it.
That's all? No crema.
And I get so pissed, way when they put crema, way.
Yeah?
Yeah, it'll ruin my day, way.
I always,
talking about
remember,
wife,
I
huh?
always remember the day that we were at Patron. Que te dieron la torta, güey. You were all fucking happy. Oh, I got a fucking torta.
Y
Y
con
que
crema.
la abro.
Crema
Fuck,
de
tira
amaya.
la verga.
But what if you didn't open it? You didn't fucking...
I'll taste it.
You taste the
I'll
crema?
taste it. And the aguacate. Tastes
I mean,
like
the
shit.
aguacate, yeah, but not the crema.
Like, the crema's nasty, too. Way.
the only way-
Ranch. I don't do ranch dressing either.
Oh, I fucking love ranch, bro. No,
Oh,
ranch
that's
ranch is a
nasty.
must with
Fucking-
wings, bro. Con-
Todo lo que sea
wings.
dressing, way. Ranch,
Yeah.
blue
Me
cheese.
and
Blue
fucking
cheese,
Fry-
no, not really.
Me and Fry were just discussing wings right now. Have you had the ancla wings?
No, bro, I gotta go. Un día, un día le
Vamos a
pedí
la
permiso a mi
verga.
vieja para que vaya para allá.
And they say they have a good Ancla burger.
I saw the TikTok.
Yeah, he said
Yeah,
the
I-
TikTok.
Fry just showed it to me right now too.
The burger?
The burger.
It looks
yeah.
good, right? I think it
And
has
they
a
now
shrimp,
have
no?
al pastor wings. Al
I
pastor
saw that on
flavored
TikTok too,
wings.
bro. It's fucking crazy how TikTok kind of like tells you what the fuck to do now, no?
Ah, well, if you're a TikToker, I'm not.
I was late on the TikTok train.
Were you?
Yes, I literally got on a couple months ago, and then I'm like, oh, I kind of like this. As a singer,
It's so,
so
fucking...
I started managing the Calentanos one, and then I'm like, pues, I see all these motherfuckers singing on it. Why can't I fucking do it? I'm a
Yeah.
singer, so I started kind of uploading my singing. So all my TikTok videos are all singing. You know, if you guys want to follow Tino Figueroa 11.
Yeah. Shout it out.
It's
I
just me
think I
singing.
follow you, pero I don't look at it. I don't look at anything.
It's just me singing.
Yeah.
No family, no anything else.
Nothing personal.
Just well, I started adding weight loss stuff.
Yeah, you seen that.
Lately.
You're working out, right?
I started adding that because I'm like, just fuck it. I'll add that. I mean, I'm proud of it. I mean,
Hell yeah. Are you getting deep into it? Are you doing like polar plunges and shit like that?
no, bro. I'm
cold
getting to the
plunge?
point where so the only reason why I did it was because, like I said, when it was COVID, I stopped pretty much giving a fuck about my health. Because I'm like, we're all gonna die, so might as well go out fucking happy and
With a
shit.
Yeah.
bang.
You
With
know,
an extra large pizza.
pinche tragando. I was getting to a point
50
where
wings.
I was at four almost 4XL,
Ah, la verga.
and I got to the heaviest in my life. I was at 340, bro. And
Wow.
I was getting to the point where at night I would I wake up like choking, bro.
So yeah, sleep apnea.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I never did
Yeah.
the test, but I was getting to the point where me levantaba y me paniqueaba because I thought I was dying. So then I wouldn't sleep for like 2 hours. Yeah, like that, bro.
Yeah.
It was kind of compared to when I had acid reflux.
Okay.
But acid reflux se me subía the
Sí, güey.
The-
Que le
the-
hace
like the
reflex
tom-
casi
the
hasta
tomato-
vomitas la
that
chingadera.
tomato taste, like tomato paste kind of taste.
Yep.
Pero con ese no se me iba el pinche breathing, bro. I wake up like fucking like
Yeah. You
grassy
stop breathing, güey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would happen, and then my doctor just pretty much told me like, hey man, you know, she's a family doctor. She's like, your dad has diabetes. You know, like don't play that fucking young card game all your life. You're getting older. Like you can't play that card all the time. So you got to do something about it. So then I'm like, well, I guess we're not gonna die from COVID, you know. So,
Yeah.
So
Like,
you know,
fuck.
I looked at my kids and I had I had a COVID baby and then I had another one. I'm like, man, I gotta do something for these guys. I can't really just start throwing my life away. So last year in January, I told my wife, I'm like, oh man, you know, I can't wait till this December to see how I fucking look.
So you've been doing this for a year.
for a year, bro. I mean, it's not as fast like I would want it, but I'm too much of a pussy to do the gastric bypass.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, I did want to do it, but I'm scared of surgeries. I don't know. It came to a point in my life, probably because when I have my kids, like I'm scared of getting any surgery, bro. I'm afraid of not waking up.
Yeah. Of
So
course.
that's my biggest fear now. Antes sí me valía madre. I'm like, fuck it. Do whatever you gotta do.
Pero pues you're doing it the right way.
I'm trying, yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, I do fat burners and shit like that, you know, but just and
Little Ozempic?
cleanses and shit.
Yeah. Little Zempic in there.
Nah, I wish I get that shit, bro.
I know somebody who got it.
Yeah, how much is it? I heard about it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he posted that shit.
Fuck.
So I do like a lot of
He gonna
cleanses,
put you on, dog.
a lot of cleanses, like random fat burners and shit. But I do work since January of last year. When I started taking it serious, 'cause I kind of said like in November, I'm gonna start losing weight, but then fucking the fiestas came and I'm like, fuck it, I gotta eat, man.
I've seen a lot of people do the 72-hour.
I started
Fast,
fasting. So
bro.
I started
Water fasting?
fasting this month. So I do a 24-hour fast every week.
Once a week.
Yeah. So it's either Monday,
Chinguese la pinche 72.
or the longest I did was 36. and it's crazy feeling, bro. Because I mean, me personally, I felt like my body was eating itself.
Yeah, yeah,
that's
At
yeah.
least
what
like
that's
you're
what it's
burning.
supposed
You're
to-
like, what the fuck is
that's what
weird
it's
as
supposed
shit.
to fucking
Yeah.
feel like.
So I started feeling that. But the cool thing that I have the apoyo from my wife, because she started doing the diet too. So she does the fasting with me. Shout out to my wife, man. She's been a big supporter. On
Hell
me.
yeah, bro.
And my
It's
family,
needed.
my kids. Shout out. I was gonna send my shout out to Alan, Abraham, and Alonzo, to my
yeah.
3 boys. Shout out to them.
boys.
Which man,
Puro varones tienes.
all boys, bro. It's crazy.
Puro-
I wanted the girl, but no salió.
Hay un
I
dicho que
tried.
dice, men make
no,
man.
pues a tratarle otra vez.
No, ya me la corté, bro.
Ya.
I did a fofo. No, wait,
did a fofo.
no, I didn't do that, pero ya le puse un candado.
Ah, está bien. No, pues se tiene que hacer a veces.
No, I didn't. No,
You have 3?
I have 3 boys, bro.
3 boys.
And it's crazy, bro, because I'm sure you see it with your son, because I see a lot of your videos and stuff. Like when you see it on your kids when they've been blessed with the music,
Right.
it's cool and it's scary at the same time. Like
Scary why for you?
why for me? Because la vida del músico is hard, bro.
Pero la vida de nuestra música, right? Pero pues que
Yeah.
le haga otro pedo, güey. Mándalo a otra dirección.
It's scary because like I think we all came in. Me, everybody here came in with that feeling of I'm gonna be famous one day.
For sure.
And I think at one point somebody nos lavó el coco. I don't know if that happened to you, and they
I don't
fucked us
think so,
over.
man.
I mean, see, and it
Well,
was
in that aspect, you mean like somebody te bajó
sign
las
you,
estrellas and all that?
sign you,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
if and at that time we signed with the Razas Records, and
José Luis?
yeah, and they pretty much nos bajaron las estrellas, fucking supposed to sold us Disa, and at the end they just nos estancaron ahí.
That was with Mensajero.
Yeah, mensajero. And then at the end, we recorded the CDs, and then other bands started taking out the songs we had, and they pretty much nos dieron una carta de retiro, and we were fucking all by ourselves. And before that, we're like, hey, you guys are with Disa now, because at one point they sold other bands to Disa.
Right.
So then that's when you kind of like, fuck, like I've been here 8 years. I felt like I had gave them my best years, but you learn from it. You learn over the years, and it's really good nowadays that kids do it themselves. Like there's no record labels to fuck you out there no more.
Yeah.
That's a plus for all the kids. Like all the musicals that are out there right now, man. Like do you, and then you get the upper hand. I feel like it's a better way to get the upper hand nowadays, bro.
No, pues ahorita
Antes
está más chido, güey, because now the American record labels are coming in. The fucking Interscope and all those motherfuckers are coming in and signing these fuckers straight out the fucking gate.
But I feel like you don't need the big record labels to make money. Like now, Facebook, you can make money off your videos. TikTok. You can upload your own music on Spotify.
Sí, pero si llega uno acá con un pinche chequecito de 10 millones.
But I feel like you got the upper hand now. Like back in the day, it was more like, sí, pues, métemela, pretty much, You signed me to 5 years. Before it was 5 years, right? I mean, we got signed to 5 years. We got signed to 5 years.
Now it's 5 years.
No, when we were mensajero, we signed
5 years?
5 years.
No, antes era 10 años. Damn. 10 años. Así todos los de recodo eran 10
Y
años.
según te grababan por 5 CDs.
5 discos.
Y,
O 5 años, whatever comes first.
So now I feel like you got the upper hand, bro. Like you record your music, y pues si Dios quiere your shit te pega, ya chingases, and then somebody comes at you with like, hey man, I got this much following, this much listeners. Like, what are you gonna give me now? I feel like that's the musico's upper hand. When before you were begging them for promotion and begging them for getting you to abrirle a la recodo or whatever band.
I think, yeah, wait, to a certain point, though, I think, obviously, I could be
somebody
wrong.
ever brainwash you, bro?
You know what? Pedro Avila fucked us over. To this date, the Banda Real, the Don't Be Fake, Be Real album.
Okay. I think, I heard you talking about it.
They have it, and they uploaded it, and they make whatever it is that they've made from it.
Yeah.
They never paid for it. And that was part of the deal. They were going to pay us our master.
But they have it in paper writing pretty much that they
No,
can do it?
se lo dimos el maestro como pendejos nomás porque they
You
were
were-
going to sign us. They were going to sign us, and they never did. But they kept the master and all that shit, and valió verga. Pero
He got over a lot of people, right?
yeah.
That's part of learning as un joven, no? Come on, like don't you feel like
Well, you're just full of ambition, bro. You're full of dreams.
yeah.
And even now, Copa, I think that even if you are a young guy that
So
has a
you're brainwashed?
shitload of clout, you still need that big company way.
Yeah.
Porque what the big company offers that you as Tino Figueroa with 1 million followers don't have is you don't have venues.
Yeah.
You know, you're from Chicago. You need the guy that's going to tell you, look, I got 50 venues in 50 states. So sign with me. Because
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to get the venues. You're just from Chicago.
But don't you feel like now, like, I don't know, I see it a lot. Like now, like people making bailes, they're bringing TikTokers.
Yeah.
And they're reaching out to that person. Like I see a lot of TikTokers put their contact information out. And that's something you really didn't do as by yourself that before. You know, you'd be like, no, necesito un promotor para que me maneje and shit.
Right.
Like now you pretty much handle yourself, and a lot of it goes in like with your inner circle, but then again, también al último salen de pedo and shit. So I guess you get screwed over any fucking way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of old school where I think that in order to do things right,
You need a promoter.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. to be able to get you into the places you can't get in with,
Yeah.
you know, into the opening acts of whatever, or nowadays all the theaters. You know, as a TikToker, you haven't seen a TikToker in a theater yet. Like, it just it's all about venues and shit
Yeah.
nowadays, and I think in that shit.
It's-
Pero there's a shitload of fucking talent, way.
Yeah.
Ahora sí hay un vergal de talento, güey.
Do you feel like there's more now, or we feel like there's more because it's more open? Like we can see it more.
I think it's like everything else, bro. Yeah, you could say, oh, there's a lot more crime now. Well, no, now we're just seeing it more.
Yeah, it's easier to get
Yeah,
hold of it.
yeah.
Like porque now you put like they put us in the search bar this song, and then you see 50 freaking versions of it.
But I would say that there's more talent now because it's easier to learn now.
There's
There's people
True.
who are coming from no musical
YouTube
background.
University.
So-
yeah.
From no musical background y tan
Tan
so
perros.
YouTube y fierro a la verga,
So-
salen bien perros.
So that's one part where I saw one of my kids, right? So it's funny. I look at my two oldest boys, and they remind me of me and my brother, because they're
Okay.
both arguing with each other who sings better.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
But you know, us as musicals, we could kind of see which one has it more.
Right.
You know, like I'm
Well, right now.
yeah, right now.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future, le va a valer madre. He don't
Correct.
care. So my son Abraham, since he was 2 years old, he's been singing on beat, on tono, and without anybody fucking telling him anything.
Right.
In
right.
Spanish and English, and I'm like, what the fuck? And my wife would tell me like, he's gonna be a fucking musical. And then now he got to the point where he found my little keyboards and stuff. He's like, Dad, and I caught him the other day with his tablet, and he downloaded a piano app, and he's like fucking playing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, who taught you that? He's like, oh, I'm learning off
The piano
the
thing. The
piano
piano app.
app. And then he's like, Dad, do you know anything about it? And I'm like, well, I'll teach you what I know. Le escribí las letras and everything. And I'm just like staring at him. And I'm like, man, this motherfucker, like he got it, man. Like, it's crazy. But my biggest fear is for him to get his heart broken. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I want to, like, if let's say he does have the talent at one point, I want to keep his feet on the ground. We're like, hey, don't be afraid of fucking, like failing, you know? Like
Yeah.
that's part of it.
Yeah.
Pues I think that's all on
That's-
us, way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all on us. I mean, yo le digo
And I
al
see your
morro,
son,
hey,
he
dude.
plays keyboard, he plays everything. That
Yeah.
I see him on there, and I'm like, man, that's fucking awesome. And it's crazy because I mean, for me, that's my biggest fear. For like let's say my son, he thinks he got it, and he doesn't know how to take the
bad criticism.
the bad criticism. And there's a lot of musicals out there that don't know how to do that.
Correct.
A lot.
But it takes a long time, way, including myself. Like,
Yeah.
I think we all become a little arrogant to a point, especially in your prime or your popularity. I always like asking the young dudes, like, how are you handling popularity? Because it's not for everyone. Not everyone knows how to handle popularity, way. Especially when you're coming out, from the hood. Like, you're just hood, way.
Or from Mexico.
Or from Mexico.
'Cause
Yeah, the humbleness of it.
I heard it from both ways where, I know musicos that came from Mexico and then they come to Chicago and it's a fucking whole different animal, and they're popular singers. Everybody wants you at their table. Everybody wants to talk
Es
to
que
you.
aquí en Chicago te hacen sentir chingón, güey.
Yeah. It is something awesome, man. Like that I got to like taste like lately and since I've been in Potrillos.
Right.
Because I feel like I said before, like I feel like in the previous bands I've been in, I was more in the back,
Right.
and now I'm like, with the two guys that were singing, Juan Rica and Jose Juan, like we're all one.
Right.
Like that was one, like now since I'm the older one, it like they kind of like they leave it up to me, and I never wanted to make somebody feel the way they made me feel in my previous bands.
Correct.
So I ellos siempre les digo, hey man, whatever song you like, sing it, bro. Like, I know que no me queda a mí. I'm not going to tell you, yo por mis huevos voy a cantar esa canción y me sale pa' la chingada.
Yeah.
And that's one part of Potrillos, too. Like, they'll tell you shit up. Like, that song don't fucking go with you. Like, why are you even trying to sing it? And then you're like, fuck. And then other bands, they don't tell you that. Especially if you're the main singer, they won't tell you you suck at that song.
Right.
They'll let you sing it even though you suck at it. They'll be like, no, se escucha chingón. And here they humble you pretty quick. Pero with these guys, like, ha salido de nosotros, de cada uno de nosotros, like, no, pues, la neta, ese song no me queda a mí. Like, why am I singing it? Like, we'll tell, like, Chabelo or Tony, like, why am I singing it when I know it no me queda a mí?
Right.
And we'll let the other guys sing. But that was one big thing now that since, Luis left, thanks to these guys, they kind of, like, since I'm the other one, they left me kind of like in front of the sección.
Okay.
But I always made it like a thing where I'm not gonna do what
you were, lo que te hicieron a ti.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, no quiero que ellos se sientan así. Like,
Sí, a huevo, güey.
There was times where I'll come home doubting myself. And I'm like, man, I should just fucking hang it up. I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe I do suck, you know?
Yeah.
And then when these guys call me, I'm like, pues, man, fuck, Potrillos is calling me. Like, what the fuck, you know? Like, maybe I don't suck.
Right.
You know, because there was another band where they'll tell me shut up in my face, músicos. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing here, bro. Like, you suck, man. Like, I don't even know why they gave you a chance in this band.
Sheesh.
And I'll be like, oh, okay. I'll just say, all right, cool, man. Like,
That's kind of fucking deep.
and then I'll just take it, bro. I was like, that like, you don't have. They'll tell me that too, like, you don't have the image or you don't have the voice, and I'm like, that's cool, man.
But like you said, you always had the ambition. You always had the
What,
ambition.
my ambition is what kept me going.
to
pretty
keep
Well, you're
going.
competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think.
I think that's part of every singer, though, no?
Well, a lot of new age. I don't see too much. We can compare it to like
Yeah.
the NBA. Like, you know how they say like, oh, everyone's a friend now. No one's really competitive.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that. Like,
That is true, bro. Like
if you guys were playing, sorry to cut you off, if Banda Cielo or whatever back in the day,
Mhm.
yeah, we were looking at you guys play, whoever it was, even if it was Potrillos, back in the day where Cougar was there.
Oh, fucking cool.
All right.
Cougar, for me, is the best singer that has came out of Chicago.
Dude, that
I said it
motherfucker
always.
is a fucking monster, way. And
He's
we
always
would-
been my
We would
number one.
look with respect, obviously,
Mhm.
but when we would go up, we would act like we were better than them, way. Like we were just competitive like that, way.
And you're right on that. I feel like all the bands, they don't do that anymore. They don't try to outdo the other band.
Of course,
let's
not.
keep it real.
It's disrespectful.
Instead, they all get on stage together.
I'm still that old guy where we're going against this banda, right? Whatever banda en el Chabelo.
Like, we gotta sound
¿Cuál
better.
quieres? El ausente, vámonos. And I usually try to go with my higher songs, El ausente, fucking La Milpa, or La Farsante, vámonos, like. And then he'll be like, "You sure?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Vámonos." I'm like, "I'm fucking ready." He's like, "Pues, you know that fucking song time?" I'm like, "Dale." I maybe that's the old school me, and I do see it, and the new
love
guys
it.
are there, like,
I love it.
They try to,
Es que you gotta embrace it, way. I would tell all the young dudes that come here to AMG and the bands, way. I mean, shout out to my old guys, the guys from Czar. For me, it's the best example because I thought they had a great voice, but they just didn't want to embrace the spotlight, way.
Yeah.
They didn't want the smoke in that, in that sense. Them, and there was a couple of them, that they just didn't want to be the main guy. And like, no, way, it's que you need to want it, way.
And I feel like that's one of the things that I learned from my older parejas de cantar. I learned that from them. Like, hey man, you gotta want it, bro.
You
And
gotta
especially
want
from like Luis was a big mentor to what I am nowadays.
Luis went through some badass. I had just seen him at Guzman, and I'm like, hey, it's on podcast, way. I mean, I met Luis when he first got here from Mexico.
Okay.
He was with Banda Alba.
Yes, I remember Banda Alba, man.
Yeah.
I remember seeing them at a Mexico Moderno. Because one of I don't remember who was a bass player. Somebody from there was dating my friend's mom. And then we would go over, and then the guy's like, oh, yeah, toco una banda. And I'm like, oh, pues apenas entré a la Banda Cielos. And then he's like, oh, no. And that was like my first year.
Yeah, shout out to Alvaro. I don't know if he's still around anywhere, but he used to live a block away from our house.
It's funny because we had Luis on our pod, and he told the whole story about how he got here and how they kind of screwed him over.
Oh, yeah.
It's just crazy. And you know what's crazy, bro? They still do that till this day. Se traen músicos de Mexico and they kind of threaten them and shit. I mean, I just heard of some shit, and it's crazy. But whatever, it is what it is, right?
Threaten him like how?
Like, they threaten these músicos that they will call like
Oh,
the fucking
really? Like
migra,
that?
no? Yeah.
Like, you better stay in check or we'll call immigration kind of thing?
Pretty
Shit,
much,
that's
yeah.
crazy.
Jeez.
I mean, I guess it's something
Póngase
that,
verga, compa, si no le hablo a la pinche migra.
That's
la
fucked up,
verga.
Ryan.
it's
You're
crazy, bro.
Your own people, way.
Be your own people, dog.
It's crazy how it still happens, though. You know?
That's crazy.
I mean, I thought that shit was dead, but I guess it's still going on.
Wow.
And
I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, but man, he was a big part of it. Lo que era Arturo también, he was a big part of it. Like with him, I feel I learned a lot of my lows, like my low voices.
Low range.
Yeah, because with him it was pretty much.
He was a high dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, you just named two guys that are fucking instinctively competitive motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, those guys are nonstop. They're still going at it.
Yeah.
And they want to smoke, you know.
And with Arturo was with the first printer when he's like, hey man, you gotta fucking want it, bro, because it'll get to the point where I'll fuck up.
Yeah.
I'll get that my nerves will beat me and I'll fuck up in a song. And he'll be like, what the fuck? And I'm like, fuck. And then the whole thing of like you're not good enough shit will kind of hit me there, and I'm like, fuck. And then but yeah, when it came out with Luis, like he got that whole shyness out of me, like, hey, you know.
Yeah, he, instead of probably like belittling you, he was encouraging you.
Yeah. He was like, hey man.
Yeah, it's good. The power of encouragement, way.
Yeah, and that helped me out a lot, man. It helped me out a lot. Enrica, like I felt like it helped both of us out.
Right.
Like yeah, he'll bring that out. Like he'll polish it, man. And it's crazy because you know now where he's at with Arpereña, like I feel like he's gonna help out a lot of guys out there too, man.
Yeah.
Like he'll tell you straight up, like, yo no sé mucho de música, pero pues I know when I'm doing something good. And he's right, man. He got something that maybe he doesn't know like the right way, but what he'll teach you is good, man.
Responsible dude.
Great talker. Like I learned how to talk with him. Like,
Animador.
Sí, porque like
That's a lost art, bro. Almost no one knows how to do that.
I don't really I really don't talk in the bases and shit.
Hey, Nacho's really good at that.
Nacho's really good. I was with Saludos para los Compas de los Aires Arrasadores. I was with them 2 weeks ago. So me and Nacho are there, and he's just looking at me. I'm like, talk, bro. I'm like, you fucking talk nonstop in frecuencia. He's like looking at me, and I'm just like, and he's like, man, bro, you're doing good, bro. And I'm just like, what the fuck? It was cool singing with him and Saludos para mi compa Nacho. It's been since like 2009 that we sang together. It's been a while.
I had invited Nacho too, bro. Nacho's
and I never thought that I would be his replacement, you know? Pretty much. You know, if you look at it that way, like it's crazy because
So Fly's not there anymore?
Where at Itis?
Yeah.
Oh, the Itis, yeah.
He just wasn't there that day.
No, he went to Mexico, so that was part of the reason why they hit me up.
That's another motherfucker, way.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. So
singing high as fuck still, way.
So it's funny how Potrillos and they would tell me like our thing was getting you here with Fly. They're like, you imagine what we could do with both of you guys, and I'm just like, damn, that'd be fucking crazy. Cause he sings high as fuck.
Yep.
And I think I sing kind of high.
Well, I would say he Flies like one of the voices that of your guys' kind of generation. Que es la
mera paipa le hijo la
mera
chingada.
pipe, no?
I remember seeing him at OK Corral with his long hair.
Long hair?
You remember him with long curly hair?
The only way I know.
When was this? Chavalos band or what?
No, this is Potrillos. This is back when they used to have their blue suit with a star. This is an 05, 06.
He had like a little shag or what?
No, he had like long curly hair.
Long?
Yeah, también Eli. Eli, Don Fabian. I call all these guys Don, man.
Don?
They get mad as fuck.
Don Fabian is the brother.
Don Iggy.
Yeah.
I call him Don
trumpet
Fabian.
guy?
Yeah, he had long hair too. So I'm like, man, I used to fuck. I remember sitting on the side of by the pinche toro, just fucking staring at these guys. It's fucking like, man, one day I'm gonna fucking be there, man. And then it's crazy, bro. Fucking what? Almost a decade later, I'm hearing shit.
Well, now you're part of that. The vocals from Potrillos. I mean, fuck, no mames. I mean, from what I can remember, Cougar, motherfucking Kino.
I met Kino the other day at a job site.
Oh shit!
It was fucking weird. So I'm walking in, and then he's like, "Yo te conozco," and I'm like, and I haven't seen him in years, right?
He's got great memory, bro.
Yeah, I don't. And I'm just staring at him like, who the fuck is this? Do I owe this guy money or what the fuck? You know? And I'm like tripped out. And then he's like, andas una banda, right? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, ¿qué banda? I'm like, en la Potrillos. He's like, yo anduve ahí. I'm like, ¿cómo se llama? He's like, Kino. I'm like, no, man. And I'm like, you're the Kino? And I'm like, man.
You're
I'm like,
the Kino?
yeah, and I'm like, man, bro. I'm like, I'm a
Kino's
big
monster,
fucking
bro.
fan, man.
Fuck
I'm a
yeah.
big fucking fan. And literally, we both added each other on Facebook and stuff.
He's with, I don't know now.
380.
380.
Yeah.
My boy La Papaya.
Yeah, bro.
Another monster fucking
Yeah,
musician.
it's just fucking crazy, bro. For me to get the opportunity to be like surrounded by all these great musicians in Chicago, from Chicago is like, it's like something awesome, bro. I look now back in my old videos from when I was in at Valle Verde, Viento. We do sing some of the songs, same versions, and it's just fucking
Nada que ver, ¿verdad?
Nah, que ver, bro. It's just fucking different. Like I have learned so much with these guys, man, and I thank them a lot for what they have taught me and I have learned there. And it's just crazy, bro. Now, like you were saying, like now with the whole singing thing, like now I'm starting to see the whole like, oh, I remember you from Valle Verde, from Viento. I've been this weirdest
following you.
Yeah, the weirdest thing that happened to me last year was a customer came to hire us, and we're practicing, and the mom and the daughter asked me for an autograph. They've been seeing me since Viento, and I'm just they're like, we got the band because of you, and I'm just like, I was like quiet. I didn't know what the fuck to say, bro. That was probably one of the times where I'm just like, all right, and I think I signed like a paper or something. I thought they were bullshitting me. I'm like, no, you're bullshitting. And Chaval was like, man, I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, what is going on? Oh, quieren una foto y un autógrafo. And I'm just like, why? Why with me? I'm like, hasta Luis. Like, Luis was still there. I'm like, Luis is fucking Preciosa and, fuck, all these bands. And like, no, they want it with you. And I was talking to them, like, are you serious? And they're like, oh, yeah, we've been following you since Banda Viento. We were hiring a band because of you. And I'm just like, it's a good feeling, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It's an awesome feeling, like where you get acknowledged for your talents,
work,
your talents and work and sacrifices you have made. Because a lot of this music life is sacrifices.
Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard with the family.
Well, the good thing is you're not one of those musicians that, I mean, no disrespect to the people that do it, right? But the sacrifices, o sea, it's like we signed up for it.
Yeah.
A mí como que it rubs me the wrong way when I see musicians be like, oh, you guys should value us more because of our sacrifice. Like, well, that's like saying a cop. Like, I became a cop, but I didn't know that it was dangerous. Like,
Yeah.
no way, it was, there is a lot of sacrifice, but we know, like, your audience that follow you, they don't need to know.
Yeah. No, and that's part, and it comes with what I was telling my wife the other day when we're watching football, right? So when they bring politics into football,
Right.
I want to watch motherfuckers bust their ass and smash each other, touchdowns and celebrations and fucking get drunk. It's like if I go to a gig and start talking about politics, they're gonna tell me, "Cállate la verga." I wanna emborracharme with your music, or forget about the real life. Like I watch sports to forget about,
to escape reality.
yeah,
in a
escape
way.
reality.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the people that hire us, they do the same thing. So why are you gonna go tell somebody like, oh, I just had a fucked up day? And, and they'll be like, well, what the fuck,
Correct.
I put it the same way. Like, don't bring politics into fucking sports,
music, and
sports and music. Like, I don't care about if you're fucking anti-Trump or with Trump. I like the way you sing, or I like the way you play, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, me vale madre lo demás. Like, I'm watching you or listening to you escape reality, or podcast. I mean,
Yeah.
Like, I listen to a lot of podcasts who forget my or make my day of work go faster, and I'm not gonna fucking listen to a podcast and they're talking about work or whatever. Like, I want to be laughing or thinking or something like that.
And then, hey, were you part of that thing that they did at Vallarta with all the singers?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, right?
That was pretty cool, man. Thanks to mi compa Rick
Elegante.
y mi compa Pedrito por la
Saludos para
invitación.
ellos. Yep.
That was an honor, like, to be there, bro. Like, I never thought myself
To be part of that.
yeah, man, like, to be with the Hugos of the world,
Pinche Hugo, man.
Hugo, Arturo, Luis, mi compa Jorge, el JR, mi carnal Juanito, which, man, I've been knowing him since we were kids, bro. When he was with Juan, singer from Ana Careme.
Oh, yeah.
You know why we say we're brothers?
Yeah, you guys do look alike.
Him, Man, we've been knowing each other since we were kids, bro. Which is fucking-
Really?
Yeah, he used to be in a band called Beatrices Becerros Musical. So we used to see each other at la hacienda de Joaquín.
Qué nombre tan feo.
I love it.
So we used to see each other back then, bro. We were actually trying to take him to be a mensajero
Okay.
when we had a label and all. So like, hey, we'll also everybody would like, hey, we
With
got,
Terrazas Records, bro.
yeah, pretty much, bro. Like, hey, we're
Esa culero.
Aquí hay feria, hijos de la chingada.
it was crazy, bro. Man, for back in the day, for being in that band, we made some money, bro. It's like we were 8 guys and we used to charge like some good money.
Back in that day.
Yeah, man, for
Yeah.
privada, it was like I felt like it was a lot of money. What I did with that money, I don't know what the fuck I did with it, bro. Like now I think about it, like fuck, I should have saved it.
Well, say it. What was it?
And back in then, for a quinceañera wedding was $5,000, bro.
Yeah.
For a band back in those days,
For a set of
no, for una privada, like 4 hours.
yeah, 4 hours.
So
Okay.
I feel like it was a lot of money.
Yeah, so $1,200 an hour.
Yeah, for 8 guys. And back in the day, musicos wouldn't get really paid that much money, man.
Yeah.
You know, I think when I went into the Banda Sinaloense world, I took a pay cut because I went into the $40 because that's what everybody was getting paid back in those days. And then as I started getting into the better bands, because there is levels to this shit. Everybody knows this shit. Like,
Sheesh.
there's levels to this whole music world, and you always want to strive to get to the better band. The pay went up. You know, like I never wanted to settle on being or either I get my band that I'm in better, or I'm gonna have to fucking dip. You know.
Nowadays, it's a little bit more universal. You don't think?
What do you
Like
mean?
the whole levels shit?
Like everybody tries to be the same?
Yeah. Like I feel all the bandas are trying to just match the market in a sense,
Well,
Pay wise.
pay wise.
Yeah.
yeah. But,
Obviously, you have you guys, you
Sí,
know.
pero talent wise,
pero-
o sea,
Sí, güey, o sea.
but
now
puedo
there's
decir-
groups out there that are charging, a new group $800-900 that they're not worth it. Güey.
but
Correct.
I mean,
O sea,
we talk about it in the banda. Like, we'll say, why is X band charging as much as us?
Right.
Well, we're gonna,
Or even if it's a couple hundred less, it's
Yeah.
still a shitload, way.
and then we're like, well, we're gonna boost up our prices.
Right.
If they think they think they could charge like us, well, I guess we're going up. So a lot of the
Well, you're fucking up the market, Boogie.
a lot of the
Fucking up. Everybody's following you
Hey.
guys.
a lot of the
yeah, it's their fucking fault.
Yeah.
God damn.
It is way because even and I mean transparently, even in the grupo world, everyone's following Cabros, Vanguardia,
yeah.
La Maz. Oh, they're charging Secta. Well, we'll charge just a little bit under them.
Yeah.
But you're like, well, you're not them though.
Yeah.
And we
Same
see
thing
it
with
too.
Potrillos,
We're
güey.
like, hey, these grupos are charging this much. They're almost as
Right.
close to a band. Well, let's put our prices up.
Right.
But I mean, this year Banda Potrillos is gonna turn 30 years old, and we got a lot of plans, man. And I mean, we haven't been up there with the whole recordings and stuff, but we got a lot of material coming out.
Okay.
A lot of 30 years, and we got a 30-year anniversary planned in the middle of the year. We got some video releases coming out. I mean, hopefully I can say it, but I don't think that's anything that's bad. I mean, you just everybody expect a lot.
Multa la verga por hablar- por
You're just
hablar
putting
de-
pressure on them.
Yeah.
Que lo hagan.
No,
los-
it's gonna happen. We're already in the works, and it's something that's gonna be pretty cool to experience with these guys. And then Chabelo has been very transparent with us. He's like, hey man, I'm sure you guys want to leave your mark in Potrillos like the previous singers have done, like the Cougars, and like well, to me, him in the Flies and stuff,
Yeah.
where they pretty much like left their stamp on there, like they're like, he's like, I know, I'm sure you want to tell your son like, hey, I was part of Potrillos, and here's what I have to show for it.
Right.
And which is pretty cool from their part, because as everybody knows, like in the banda world, there's always one set of persons that says what goes and doesn't. I mean, just like I'm guessing in the all the other bands.
Right. The leader.
Yeah. So we got a lot of cool stuff coming out this year. Primero Dios. O de arriba, dice.
Hell yeah.
Los de arriba.
Los de arriba.
Son más de uno.
I'm gonna have to submit my songs to Chabelo then.
Yeah. I mean, I've been pushing for Vuelve, bro. I want that song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like that song, bro. I like it a lot. I used to think it was part of my breakup time in high school and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that fucking song, way. It was
So-
always too high for me.
So did you ask Tino for that song, or he gave it to you?
I didn't ask him for that song. I just asked him for a song.
And was that the song he dedicated to the girl he had carved?
Oh,
in
I
his
don't
hand?
know. Way. I have no idea.
Yeah.
This is when Chino used to live over there by Aragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be his ride every day, bro.
Yeah.
So he would tell me everything. But I never asked him who was that song dedicated. he gave me a couple of songs, which is pretty cool, man. He's been a really cool guy.
He gave it to us on a floppy disk. Do you remember the floppy disk?
He used to give us cassettes.
Cassettes.
Yeah, he used to write everything on his notebook, and but yeah, I never got the floppy disk. And he used to record for
Es
us.
que mi compa es poquito.
For you kids that are what are floppy disks? They're like SD cards, kind of.
Pero más
Pero más
grande.
grandes.
Less memory, like a lot less.
Y así de grande.
Like
las
6
tiendas.
megabytes,
It's
no?
crazy. I don't even know. Güey.
I think it was like 6 megabytes. You could just save like 2 Word documents. Y a la verga.
He did all of our album for Nueva Seca, and then he did all of our
That
album
fucking CD's
for
bad.
Banda
I
Cielo.
listen to it a lot to this day, bro.
The Banda
I
Seca one?
listen- Yeah, bro. I'm at work and los pongo and I'm fucking jamming and shit. I listen to like a lot of like so we go. I mean, gracias. So I want to say thanks to la gente de Zacatecas. That man, they're big supporters, man. Like man, thank you for the apoyo. Like I never thought like people. Creo que me apoyan más que mi gente de Guerrero. Honestly,
Wait,
Please, true.
Zacatecas, way they love the banda. Wey.
It's just awesome, man. Everywhere I go with those people, man, they me reciben con botellas. Like I come home with like 2-3 bottles and shit. And I'm just
Oh,
like, what the
shit.
fuck? And they're like, cause it all started in Viento where I would drink a lot. Like everybody would know I would drink and take shots, and everywhere I go now they give me bottles and shit.
Ahora, pinche multa,
And that was part of the big thing when I came on Potrillos show. Like, hey man, well you're fucking drinking everything. I'm like, well, people are giving me shots, and I'm not gonna say no to them or give me bottles. I mean, I think that's kind of an asshole move for doing. Like they're wasting fucking $10-15 on a shot or in a bottle or a couple hundred. Like I can't do that shit to them. So they kind of changed that rule on the band for me.
Oh shit!
But it's
For
pretty
you.
cool for us, for the section.
for the singers.
Yeah.
Because I was going to ask, I wanted to bring it up. One day you went live and you were drinking. I'm
Oh, yeah.
like, ¿Qué pedo? I was going to ask, are you just taking the multa?
No,
Or
I-
is that
as,
just.
as long as I'm not drunk?
Yeah, okay.
So I'll tell everybody how the multas and Potrillos work. 20 if you're late. 20 if you're late.
Is there a grace period? So if it's 8 and it's 8:05, you still get
You
fined?
still get, it could be 801, you still get multa.
Oh shit!
So if you're half hour late, it's 50.
50?
Yeah. If you don't got the clothing, it's 50.
Okay.
If you're drunk, they take half of your weekend pay.
Half.
Half. So you don't want to be drunk. So let's say I'm at a gig and I have like somebody comes up with a drink. I'll
Sip it.
Besarla, la hija de la chingada.
and I'll line them on up.
Sí, nomás para que no se vea.
Yeah. But I mean, but there is times where customers will be like, no, pues ni la tomaste. And you do.
Yeah.
Vámonos a la verga.
No sea
Yeah.
culo, igual.
Yeah. And I'll be like, fuck it, pues.
Fucking
Ten-
Boogie, you
Cuéntale
fucking
10 and
pussy.
shit.
Cuéntele a 10, a huevo, para que vea que no soy
Yeah.
culo.
And then they understand, man.
Yeah.
It's part of the show. But I'm no,
Potrillos has changed a lot, güey.
I have never got to the point where I'm dragging myself out of
Right,
it.
right.
You know, everything.
You're happy.
And I tell everybody, like, man, like, what I am on stage, I'm never the same out of stage. Out of stage, I'm fucking shy. I fucking hardly talk. Like, on stage,
You know what,
yeah.
bro? Y así está bien, güey. Pues es que the stage transforms you, güey.
Yeah. And then, you know, you're in a couple of drinks and you're like, let loose. And then it's funny because now these guys push it. They're like, hey, man,
Pisteale, güey.
Chabelo will be like, here. And he'll give it to me. I'm like, what the fuck? He'll give me the beer. Or
Like
the,
you need to loosen up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll see when I'm
That's
kind of
cool.
tense, or he's like, "Hey, va a seguir esta canción," and he'll give me a shot, and I'm just like, "What the fuck?" And then, but
I'm telling you, bro, from back in the day, Potrillos, to now, it's a way different banda in that
yeah,
aspect.
they do say it too. They're like,
Yeah.
with times we had to like modernize and change.
It used to be North Korea, fucking dictatorship, motherfucking
Yeah,
straight, nigga. Nah, al chile, compa.
yeah,
Eso de que bailen, ni madres, güey. Eso de que se bajen con la gente, ni madres.
Yeah.
yeah,
Nunca lo iba a saber, güey.
yeah.
Era como
I mean-
corriente, you know?
I mean, Boogie kind of beat me to it earlier when I was going to ask him. O sea, the reason they are where they are was because of that strictness. O sea, that strictness that they carried themselves with. That's why their music quality is this. Their music, you know, their whatever. I think it would have to do with that strictness. Pero, pues, obviously, like you said, times have changed. Y ahora, pues,
Yeah.
la
But there's a
gente-
Yeah. I mean, hay un chingo de factores, ¿verdad? The
Yeah.
fact that there's a lot of older dudes there that
Yeah.
have been there forever, way.
and then a lot of the changes is because a lot of young guys are coming in, man. The band is getting super young. I think nowadays we pretty much got like probably half of the band's under 30.
Oh, okay.
So we got some changes coming up, and you just got now a couple old heads.
But you still got the same trumpet section?
Yeah,
So the other dudes are just the guys that you're harassing with the immigration.
Yeah, bro. You got some cool changes coming up, and they even say themselves, like Chabelo and Tony, they're like, "Hey, man, we got to get with the times. We don't like it, but we have to do it. Like, we want to keep the guys happy,
Pues ya que jales al pinche fly a la verga.
right?" I always wanted to sing with that guy, man. I never sang with you. You ever sang with him?
Jáleselo al hijo de la
I
verga.
have not sang with Flyway.
Huh? I never sang
I'm
with
trying to
him.
remember, but I don't think so.
I never sang with him.
He was too good for me, way.
You were scared of that? I mean, I think
It's intimidating, right?
yeah, it's like
Fuck
like,
yeah.
like there's the dudes that would intimidate you. Like when I first got to Viento, I was intimidated by Arturo. Like fuck,
Oh,
man,
okay.
how can I sing with this guy? Like the guy that I've been watching all my life, or with Luis. Luis before Potrillos, I never talked to him.
Okay.
Me and him were always like,
But you knew who he was.
nos saludamos, and I'm like, man, fuck that guy. And he'll say themselves too, like, man, fuck that guy. He'll be like, man, you were cocky because you come in with your braids and shit, thinking you were cool and shit.
It's a competitiveness.
And I'm
man.
like,
you're like,
think you were
fuck
cool,
that dude. Hell
I
yeah.
I'm like, man, you thought you were cool because you had all the bitches and shit. You know?
Yeah. 'Cause
And
you're
I'm like, man,
banging
fuck
Diana
that
Reyes
guy.
and shit.
Yeah, pretty
Sí.
And I was like, fuck that guy. And then we came to Potrillos and he hits me up, hey, Brent Pacan. I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, where do you get my number from? And I've been there.
Hell
too.
yeah, that's funny.
And then
Like, how the fuck did you get my number?
and we,
But I'm on my way.
yeah, pretty much.
Say less.
And we became really good friends, man. Now, man, it's a person that I talk to probably like weekly, you know?
Okay.
Talk about like, how's it going there, how's it going here. He took a year break from music.
He had
He's
stomach
still-
issues, way. He was
Yeah, he had
like, pretty
a lot of
bad.
issues. He was on and off here in the last year in Potrillos.
Yeah.
So he had a lot of issues. Now he's right physically. I mean, we all say we're gonna quit one day, but it's hard, bro. This is a hard
Dude,
addiction.
I was gonna bring it up earlier, but obviously we're going through your story. But I remember for about 3 or 4 years in a row, where you would tell me like, "Oh, this is gonna be my last year. Way.
Yeah.
This is gonna be my last year. Way. It's my last year." Where you at now?
I'm at I don't know, bro. It's hard. I feel like every singer you got that is pinta, you want to do something by yourself.
I was gonna say you still have that itch
Yeah.
because I know you've always had an itch, way.
But I think nowadays you can still be in a band and still do it by yourself. Like mi
Okay.
compa Alfredo Aguilar, where he does his own recordings on the
Right,
side.
right.
Hell yeah. Shout out.
I mean,
Compa Fredo.
if you were to talk to Alfredo, I made him a musician, bro. I'm the first motherfucker that invited him to a band.
Nice.
So I went to ask his dad, and his dad told me no. Yeah, his dad told me like, no, mi hijo no va a andar esas chingaderas. And look at him now, he's
So that
fucking
was
musician.
before he went to Ambición. Wasn't Ambición like his first?
That was
first or
we were
second
in Banda
band?
Cielos back in the day.
Oh, that was way before Ambición.
Yeah. So we're in high school. We played in band together. So now I'm like, well, you can still be in a band and still do your own thing. So,
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of doing maybe that one day. Hacer las favoritas de Tino or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh yeah. Hey, well, when you start your fucking band, bro, let me be in.
Yeah, hell yeah,
I'm
bro. You'll be
fucking-
the showman, eh?
Oh,
He'll-
yeah. I just want to dance, bro.
He'll be that old man from Ramon Ayala talking and shit. La gente está lista. Ramon Ayala está lista. You ever seen that?
I'll
one?
Monterrey
I'll
lo
hold
vio
the fucking
nacer.
camera.
Yeah, that'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
it, bro.
I'm in.
But what are you trying to do? Like you got an itch for norteño, or you got an itch for?
Man,
Los dos compadres. Ahí viene la pinche banda dos compadres.
nah, I've been a big norteño banda, bro. I'm a big Julián fan, bro. Big Julián. Salud. What he did, norteño banda. I like the norteño.
You're gonna be
style.
front row with Fo when he comes, or what?
If I don't play, hell yeah, I will. Bro.
Fucking
That's one thing,
take
bro,
The
when you-
fucking day, man.
I can't. That's the thing. Here in Potrillos, you can't take days off. bro.
I love it.
It's
There's
hard.
no such thing, right? Personal days.
I mean, if you're dying, yeah. Or if you have a family emergency, yeah.
If
no.
you're dying, I'm in the hospital, bro.
Estoy muriendo.
So how late are you gonna
Here's
be?
a
Estoy
Here's a
muriendo de
picture.
peda por estar viendo a Julián a la verga.
Chavez, like, so how late are you gonna be, bro?
It-
None of that shit.
I ain't gonna lie, he will say that. He has. I'm like, well, I'm
Como
fucking.
que horas llegas, pues?
Fuck. Yeah. But I mean, if you have family emergency, man, they treat it like a family where they still got you over on the pay,
Ah,
which is
badass.
awesome, man. And it's something that I like too. When mi compa Nacho was sick,
Yeah.
I mean, from what I heard, they paid him for the whole year he was out,
Wow.
which is
Nice.
awesome. They still got
Es
your
una
back.
liviane, güey.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
Oh, yeah.
if you, I feel like them, like if you sacrifice all that time with them, they'll
They
reward you.
reimbursed you
Yeah.
in that sense.
Yeah, you know.
Cool.
So right now, who's your favorite singer, güey? Other than Julián?
In singing,
Yeah.
Mimoso. I mean, for me, my favorite singer right now currently is Alan.
Alan, okay.
And that's why I named my son Alan.
Oh, okay.
So all my sons have singers' names.
Oh, shit.
So my first son, his name is Faustino Alan, but Alan is because of Alan and MS.
Okay.
My son Abraham is Abraham John because Abraham from AB Quintanilla
Uh-huh.
and John from John Bon Jovi. My
Oh,
wife
shit,
picked
that's
that.
cool.
And then my last son Alonso, his name's Alonso Enrique because Enrique Iglesias.
Damn,
So they all have a
that's-
singer's name.
Nice.
fucking
So
dope.
that's we my wife agreed on, we both agreed on that, and she picked John, and we both agreed on Enrique Iglesias, and she's a big MS fan too. So we both decided on Alan.
Yeah.
But for me, my favorite singer right now, Alan, Julián, y Mimoso. Right now.
Would that be your Mount Rushmore of singers? Is it four? Who's your fourth?
My fourth one, man,
Himself.
even though he broke my heart, El Flaco, bro.
Why did you break your heart?
Because one time we were playing with them at Herradura, and they played before us, and I fucking went up to them to take a picture and me mandó la verga. A mí y al viejón.
Al viejón, ¿cuál?
Al viejón
El que le
famoso.
estaba pagando
Yeah.
la verga.
And he grabbed him. He asked for a picture. He's like, no. He grabbed him like, yo te estoy pagando. Oh, la verga. He fucking ahí sí se tomó la foto en chinga.
Yo no te estoy
Ya,
pagando.
ya a mí
güey,
todavía me
pero-
mandó a la verga. We were trying to sneak in and shit.
Wow.
Y todavía-
There's a picture with Tino.
y a mí todavía me mandó a la
El
verga.
viejón.
Trying to get
You're right
in.
next to
I
León.
got in his titty and shit. Ya, todavía me mandó a la verga.
Oh, yeah.
I have a picture with Mimoso, güey.
I had
Mi
one with
compa cantó con Julián el hijo. De
Yeah, I saw
Con
that,
Julio.
bro. That fucking, te tengo tanta envidia en ese video, bro. Fuck.
Y yo ni sabía qué
Sí,
pedo.
wow,
Huh?
güey. Julián is a
I
fucking...
didn't-
You never thought he was gonna blow
I
up like
didn't
that?
cherish. So, yeah, I mean, I've always loved Julián, güey.
Okay,
We've been following Julián since MS.
okay, bro. It's crazy because I didn't know he was. I never put two and two together until lately. Well, not lately. You know, when he was in the message that he sang in Tierra Blanca.
Tierra Blanca.
La de da, 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 da. Yeah, he sang those
Fire.
songs.
I think he only did like two
Yeah.
songs over there.
Yeah,
Una como
la
un
de
bolerito.
y la de tú eres a quien quiera. I sang that song en viento, man.
Tú eres quien
That
eres.
fucking song's high as fuck, bro. Me costó un huevo, bro.
That's a badass song, güey.
I sang. They asked for it for a wedding, and I sang it, and I'm like, fuck. I think I sang it twice the whole time I was there. Esa y también otra, I think a bolero, like you said.
Yeah.
And then when he came to MS, I'm like, damn. And then I fucking, cause I will put two and two. And I'm like, those guys sing high, and I sing high. I'm like, they're the only guys that I could imitate, you know.
Yeah.
So then a lot of my singing is based off how they sing.
Right.
Mimoso and Julián and
Growing up
Alan.
for me, Coyote was the guy.
Coyote? I can never sing. Even though I sing a lot of his songs, I can never sing like him, bro.
I love Coyote. Like Coyote.
What do you think of the Coyotito?
He's cool too, bro.
You like him?
I'm a fan. I like this guy, bro. Have you seen the singer of Alex Ojeda? The little young dude?
No. Is it the guy that's all over TikTok?
Yeah.
Ah,
Que dice,
¿El güerillo?
tóqueme el tono.
¿El güerillo?
viejo." Un morrito, bro. He's a young dude. And he's singing
I-
high ass. Fuck, way.
I like him, but I feel like he's gonna fuck himself up.
Yeah.
I feel like he's singing wrong. Like,
singing high is fucking hurtful if you're doing it wrong.
yeah, I feel like
AK.
lo miro y
you
se
know,
pone bien rojo a la verga. And AK what?
Like Yaki.
Yeah.
Dude, Yaki did that album de corridos con Germán Lizárraga. The best album
I
he's
never
ever
heard it,
recorded.
bro.
Oh
I gotta
my
hear it.
God. The best way.
We play a lot of Germán Lizárraga versions of songs, like a lot.
Dude, you guys should take out most of those corridos in the Germán.
We'll check it out. But these guys try to like, even though they're the same songs, they try to play it different. Like the hardest fucking version. I don't know why, but whatever. It's cool though,
Competitive.
cause then nobody has the same version. You
Of
know?
course.
Like for example, El Molino. We know El Molino's a fucking. We have it in like fucking fa
Right.
sonido. And I fucking look at these guys, and they'll play it like, and then everybody always asks for that fucking song, and I'm like, really, man? And I'm like, all right, try. I'm not going to. But I never say no.
Were you-
never say no. For
Were you a Preciado fan?
Nah, bro,
No?
not really.
See,
I
that's
mean,
another
yeah,
guy.
to the classics, but not really, bro.
Yeah.
When the whole like Alan and Mimoso came out, them singing high, I was like, fuck, that's badass. That's when because I
There's
was
so many good
like you said
singers.
earlier, they kind of had that range where the Tierra Caliente singers have. Where they're
Yeah.
all
How about
high.
Rafa Becerra?
I like him. I sing a lot of his stuff here with
It's cabrón ese güey también.
one of my favorite singers but he kind of got out lately. Says he kind of disappeared from the scene was the guy that el Coyotito replaced. He used to be in La Tres Ríos.
Oh, sí, el chaparrito.
Yeah, I think se llama Rafa.
No estoy seguro, güey.
He's fucking badass. I follow him on Instagram. That guy's badass.
I also like the other dude, the big dude that used to play with Rancho Viejo.
Oh, Max
Veraza.
he fucking sings high too, man. Like all those guys sing high as fucking, and I like it. It's cool. It's like
I'm a big Carlos Arabia.
yeah.
That
Carlos
motherfucker's a
Arabia.
monster,
You know
too.
what's crazy? Carlos Arabia will usually fuck around on Facebook,
Uh,
and then he'll say like, "Oh, I got a meme," and then I did a meme of him, and then actually it got a lot of likes, and he messaged me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's fucking cool, man.
Damn.
That was pretty cool.
Did you ever hear his Duranguense album?
No,
He did a Duranguense
Yeah?
album. Yep.
I
Like
never-
straight up Duranguense, way.
I never heard like Dina Reyes Duranguense and shit.
Yeah.
Like the
pinche
good version or
Montes.
the fucked up last version.
I think it was kind of pianos, way.
Yeah, like kind
no,
of
no
like
saxophones.
primos and shit.
Capaz.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah,
fucked up version.
No, but I mean, the first Diana Reyes was fucking awesome when Preciosa did it.
Oh, yeah.
But then the last one was like, what the fuck?
I
man?
still remember
you got it in a fucking
when
Wendy's,
she got
man?
here from, I think she's from Sinaloa.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Luis. They were,
Yeah,
la
fucking
estaban,
props to that
la estaban
motherfucker.
acompañando a ella back then.
Oh, we're talking about compañía. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sí, pues acompañando. Pues,
Sí.
Yeah.
And that was back in the day when Sergio was there too, I think, right? Sergio from Héroes?
Yeah, he was there too. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy, way.
Oh, shit. He was with them.
Yeah.
Preciosa, yeah.
I always
Oh,
give shit to him
Preciosa,
because they
okay.
always like we'll go to Providencia. You know
That sounds
Providencia?
dope.
So it was always us and them closing. So we're like, hey, fucking Preciosa is when they did all the whole fucking show. And I told my compadre, vamos a bailar, cabrón. We'll fucking get in sync, bro.
Bam,
fucking
bam,
in chinga
bam,
y con
bam.
pinches trombones flipping them a la verga and shit.
Hell yeah.
And we're like, no, we can't let those motherfuckers outdo us. And they had 3 saxophones, los tres güeyes ahí de lado a lado and shit. I think that's a lost art now, right? People, like bands dancing on stage.
I think so.
Like
I mean,
before
the
you-
banda grandes ya son más activas, güey.
Yeah, like shout out to my boys from Peñasco. They do a lot on stage.
Yeah,
It's,
they
just-
do a
it's
lot,
pretty
güey.
cool.
A lot of them
Banda
do.
party.
Yeah.
And I think that they inspired a lot of them to do that shit.
Again.
Yeah.
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 Because that was I think it got really simple at one point where everybody was just
It was
doing
just like,
that.
just play it like the CD
Yeah.
way and fuck it.
The,
Fuck.
just stand there, 2-stepper, ya la verga. Now it's like, let's go out, share this madre, and, actually move from side to side or go through the whole stage and shit. But, yeah, like it's just, a lot of the competitiveness has to come back, bro.
Yeah,
To I think it has a lot to do with not trying to sound the same and trying to outdo the other bands. You always want to sound better than the other, like singing wise and musically.
Right.
And now I think like a lot of the guys, pues, que salga,
Yeah.
o que se
We're going to
parezca.
get paid anyway.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
still gonna get made this much, or we already got the name. Might as well just like como salga la way. And then these guys push a lot of no, pues we're these guys, and they're paying for all of us to be here, not just
Not just you.
Yeah. So we're like, fuck.
That's a good way to see it.
Yeah. 'Cause
Anyway, you're also a big you're a big UFO believer, aren't you? Or no?
Yeah. It's I mean, they're out there. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Have you ever seen one?
No.
Oh shit.
I seen shit in the sky, but nah. I mean, I don't know what it was. But I mean, like where I'm from, like it's really clear up there.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of shit up there, pero de que he visto nada.
Allá andan los güeyes.
But
Los
I'm-
cochos.
It's,
de
it's
Guerrero.
I'm sure they're real, bro.
Los cochos de Guerrero.
I'm sure we're not alone in this world, man. It's like, what do you
Too
think?
big.
No, I don't think we're alone either.
It's
Way.
too fucking big.
I mean, I talked to somebody that's in the armed forces, and they said we're not alone.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah.
an Air Force or what?
Yeah,
They seen something?
yeah.
Oh, badass.
So we're not alone. I'm sure we're not, bro. This is crazy. I mean, it's just crazy. Like I was just talking to one of my coworkers about it, bro. Like, did you ever stop and look at all this shit the Aztecs did and the fucking
The pyramids or what?
yeah, like all that shit. It's fucking. And then you look at their drawings and they actually have like aliens in them, bro, with like cascos and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Don't you ever think about like what if I don't know. What if those guys are trying to come back and tell us stop fucking up and shit?
Well, that's the message all the time.
'Cause it's crazy now, bro. Like, we got no fucking winter here in Chicago, bro.
Yeah,
I
that
was
is crazy.
just thinking about that today, way. No
Like-
mames. I remember when I was a kid, way. Big fucking
Yo, come
piles of snow, fucking snowball fights. This year,
Nah,
there
Nothing.
has not
Tampoco
been.
last
There
year.
has
Last
not,
year tampoco, güey.
There has not been a fucking
A snow.
snow where you could pick up a fucking snowball.
back in the day, used to come on like that kid from Christmas Story with your fucking shit así todo.
Sí,
Ándale,
sí,
ándale.
güey.
And then your mom would be like, hey, ponte la pinche bufanda y la
A
chingada."
huevo.
Now my kid hasn't even used one. I don't think he even fucking knows
Hoodie.
what it is.
You're good.
Dude,
Like-
2 years ago I bought snow boots, güey.
Yeah,
No las
you
has
used to-
estrenado, güey.
I bought
Me
my kid.
too, compa, I got snow boots
I bought my
last
kid
year.
a
I haven't
sled,
worn 'em.
bro. I bought them all sleds,
Oh,
and they're downstairs in the basement with fucking tags. And my kid's like, Dad, when it snowed the other day, the little, he's like, oh yeah, we're gonna use my sled. Man, that shit went away
Need
the
more
other day.
snow than that, dog.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like I was gonna get my
What-
fucking snowblower fixed.
¿para qué verga?
¿Pa' qué vergas? Well,
Pinche con la broom y la
my,
chingada.
my theory on that way is that one day the estos are gonna fucking switch.
We're gonna flip.
Yeah, the fucking
polars?
summer's gonna be winter time is gonna be in the summer and summer's gonna be in the winter. That's my theory.
Like
on
I was
it.
freaking out in Christmas.
I don't know how
I was looking at my Snapchat. People were fucking grilling, bro.
pinche
Oh,
carnes
I was like,
asadas
what
por
the fuck?
donde
güey?
quiera.
You never heard of that? You only
Sí,
heard of
güey.
tamales and chivito and shit. You know, where we're from, we did a lot of barbacoa de chivo. So that's all you heard of. Now I was looking, I'm like, man, people are fucking grilling, making carne asada. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, where are we?
Yeah,
Fucking
güey.
California?
It is crazy. I kind of believe what you're saying, compa.
Yeah, that's my theory.
Like, I think it's...
Because every year, bro, it just gets less and less and less, and the colder keeps going further and further and
South,
further
right?
into the fucking next, into like now it's cold now, and like it's probably the coldest it's been like this last week or whatever,
Yeah.
or not since Christmas, obviously, because it was fucking 50 or whatever. But like today was fucking cold. I think it's just gonna keep pushing further into the summer, and then the summer.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Like the cold.
Like, the cold's gonna start till, like, fucking
I'll say
March.
the warmness lasted till fucking 2 weeks
December,
ago.
yeah.
Mid-December.
Yeah,
it
it's
was
fucking
still
nuts.
Next year, it'll probably
Yeah,
fucking
no,
mid-January.
mames. Yeah.
Like before we'll see it uno, dos días, but now we're like fucking months in,
Yeah.
and you're like,
No,
and
sí,
years
güey.
in, because last year we didn't
Sí,
have
güey.
shit.
Back
Like,
then, way there was snow that would last months, way.
Yeah.
Months, way. Cuando vergas, way. I live in front of, or my mom lives, house was in front of the high school, way. Y pues, they would fucking plow the high school, way. There was a mountains, way. Mountains of
You threw
fucking
yourself in
snow,
them?
way. You see, way, no, we would be there and we'd make forts and fucking snowball fights. Bro, I cannot remember the last time I saw that much snow in front of my fucking
I don't think my
house.
kids know fucking.
I was just going to
Fumahan.
say that, bro. Kids under, 5? They're not going to remember the snow in Chicago.
No,
Yeah.
man, no mames.
I see, like, on a
That's fucked
consistent
up.
yearly
It's
basis.
fucked up. We used to go sledding every year, way.
Yeah,
Every year, way.
we used to go to al Park de la Brickyard. I think it's called Race Park or something like that.
Oh, okay.
They had a little mountain ahí.
See, and I ate some
Phenomenal.
Oak
That is crazy, way. Yeah, it is crazy. The weather is kind of fucking out there, way. The polar shifts, va a valer verga.
You think they're doing something to control that, or you think that's just happening? Nature.
No, I think it's just happening. I think it's just like it's been happening.
Is
Way.
it part of the
No.
heading the way to the fucking
The ozone layer.
to the world fucking ending and fucking like the whole ice age and all that shit.
Well, when
and,
when they say like the Sahara was all green
Yeah.
and now it's all desert,
sí, güey.
and you look at like countries like Iceland and they're green and Greenland is ice,
Yeah.
but at one point they had to be green and they
Yeah.
had to be ice, way.
for it to
And it just with
flip
time,
away.
es que se nos olvida, güey, que el pinche mundo is hundreds of billions of
Yeah.
years old, güey.
Yeah.
O sea, esta chingada ha pasado. Hence the Great Flood. Hence all the
Ice age.
yeah. Hence all the fucking biblical. Like, yeah, it happened. The flood did happen. I mean, it went through a shift.
Yeah.
The Ice Age. I mean, it didn't happen. All that shit.
Now more and more that I pay attention to like the whole pyramids and shit, like what's crazy way how the pyramid, the top of the main pyramid, pues güey, yo digo que hasta allá llegaba el pinche agua or el ice or whatever the fuck, because that top part is like differently fucking weathered than the rest. Güey.
Hey,
Nah,
you ever
güey,
hear
some
about
crazy
that?
shit.
In one of those pyramids in Mexico, there's a UFO inside of it.
Oh
Don't know
no.
that way. But that's
Which
that,
one's that one?
that's on my bucket list right now.
I was
güey,
always told that
to
by
visit all the
family
pyramids
members in Mexico.
In Mexico, way.
Pues ahí es donde pasó el pinche Big Bang. in Yucatan.
They said that in one of those pyramids there's an actual UFO inside of it.
Ooh.
I don't know. I gotta make my.
I went to Chichen Itza, but
Yeah?
they don't let you get on that motherfucker anymore, on that pyramid.
I went to the ones in.
Was that the one
in
where everybody
Hidalgo.
in the last year when everybody kept like
That was one of
two
the
different-
wonders, right? They
two-
added it.
two
One of the eighth
different
wonders now,
people,
I think.
like climbed up it and then
And they got
motherfuckers
bashed?
were beating the fuck
Yeah.
them up and shit. I want to go there and do mushrooms and see what the fuck I see what I feel, see what I see or something.
They just discovered a bigger pyramid in Bosnia. It's the biggest so far away.
In
Oh,
Bosnia?
shit.
In
So
Bosnia.
there was another fucking civilization out there? Or
Es
what?
que
Yeah.
way they're covered up, way.
They're covered up.
Yeah.
They're covered up with fucking
And that
selva.
tells you,
Yeah.
and that tells you that something happened in between that time where those
Sí, güey.
those people
Not just that
disappeared.
way. It tells you that, and it tells you like how what the fuck?
Like-
How are they constructing this? That it's still up, way. O sea, it's
Yeah.
still there, way.
And then you get to your mind where like, did we fucking reset at one point? Like, how
Of
many times
course.
have we fucking
We did.
reset?
How many
We've
times is it
done
better?
it
Yeah.
a bunch of times.
Yeah.
How many times?
Like, did somebody just come down and like, la verga, todos? Like that movie. Man, I just saw this fucking movie.
The creator or what is it?
Oh fuck, I just forgot, bro. It's a movie where this guy. The Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Oh
but
shit.
yeah.
You
No,
can
tampoco.
watch it. It's good.
Yeah.
When it sale the one with the raccoon.
Yeah. I
Well,
know what
it's
it is.
good,
with
bro.
the tree trunk guy, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
So you want me to ruin it for you a little?
yeah. Spoiler alert. It's a
So-
fucking 10-year-old movie. Fuck it.
So there's a part where they're trying to create the perfect human, right?
Okay.
So he creates a civilization, and then he don't like what he's going on. He fucking wipes it and he starts all over again.
Mm.
And like, don't you feel like they did that with us or doing that with us at one point?
I think so, way.
Cause then how did all these Aztecs and all the people in Egypt and now Bosnia and how do those guys disappear and shit? You know,
Mm.
like dejaron unos 2, 3 días or whatever it was. You know, like.
Para enseñar.
Okay, so all that being said, what do you think about religion? Like, how do you feel about religion?
I'm religious, bro.
You are
Like,
religious?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess I'm not the right religious person to follow and shit. You know,
Yeah.
like yeah, I mean, like I think you guys said in one of your pods, like you know, it's fucked up, like that we always go to God when something's wrong, or you feel like you need help.
Right.
It's not on a daily basis, but now that I got my kids, I'm more of a I try to like not go to church a lot, but I try to go give thanks more, like, cause I'm close to the Cerrito, so I go there every so often, and you know I talk to God. But I had this one old man tell me once, like, you don't have to be at church every week and talk to God. You know,
Yeah,
you could do it from your house, you could do it from your car,
Well,
That's the number one
that-
rule, I think.
That's the way I've always felt.
and then you gotta you know, if you're following the guides of what you gotta do right, you know, you don't have to go to church.
But see, wait, don't they say that God's everywhere?
Yeah.
O sea, so
Oh.
anywhere you're at, you could say, if you have to say something, pues say it, y pues
Yeah.
he's gonna hear you. You don't have to go on Sunday to
Yeah,
a fucking
to a-
building
and give
because
money
it has a
and shit.
cross at it and say, pues this is the only place I could pray
Yeah.
because this is where you're gonna hear me. Nah, pues if you believe in God, you believe that He's everywhere, you know,
I
or
go
He's hearing you, or He's like Santa Claus, you know, He's watching you all the time, you know,
I go often, like, to
Wow.
El Cerrito, and
like that.
God and Santa Claus, huh?
Same guy.
Wow.
I go to the Cerrito and, you know, give thanks and, you know, just talk there. Like, I feel like that's my peaceful place, like where I feel like at peace and shit, you know, like, or you know, just like come on, like Luis pushed this on me a lot too, man. He always told me, tienes que ser agradecido, güey. You know, like not everybody has what you has, and you gotta be thankful with God for that.
Okay.
And he will always push it on me. I mean, I don't know what he saw in me when I first got there, but he always told me, like, we'll have deep talks, you know, like, hey, man, you know, with his experience when he got here and he have shit or whatever. And then he'll tell me, like, man, you should be happy at least you got your parents, bro. He's like, I will give anything in life to have my parents close. He'll tell me, like, you got to tell your parents you love them and, you know, you gotta be thankful for them. And I'm like, man, this guy is right.
Right.
So you know, but I mean, my whole way of thinking in life changed a lot when my kids came, and I see that a lot in your pod with your invitados, like Fofo, for example.
Right.
You know, he's closer to God now, because I would hear things before he wasn't he didn't have his kids. You know, like he was not really.
He was out there.
Yeah. And I see it, and I heard about it. And he was like, "Yeah, you know, since I had my kids, and that changed me a lot too. I mean, even though before I would go to church, I mean, and stuff, and I'm not saying I didn't go to church,
Right.
but now I feel like it brought me a little closer. You know, I go and give thanks for my kids being healthy. You know, especially with these crazy times we're going in. You know, like if it was for me and I knew all this craziness was gonna happen, I don't think I'll bring kids into this world. You know, because it's scary and shit.
Yeah, but right now it's the safest you can bring them into this world.
You think so?
Oh, fuck yeah, way. Hell yeah. Bro, imagine, o sea, honestly, wait, think about it before, way. Think about, like, the non-safety etiquette from back in the day. Like, go back. If you break a leg and there's no way that you can get it repaired, way, it was just like, we're going to saw it off, bro.
Yeah.
So there was no fucking medical technology to be able to help you, way.
Yeah.
If you got a disease,
Te
te la pelaste, güey.
They'll put you in a fucking room by yourself.
Ahorita there's the most cameras in the fucking
where I was
lifetime, way.
Gonna go. With
Yeah.
it.
When I hear that
Apple tags and shit.
yeah, when I hear the argument like, oh, I wouldn't want to bring them into this life, this is like the best time to bring them into, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't want to bring them into when we were 50 years ago. I mean, it's night and day, bro.
Yeah,
Y pues al fin del día, güey, yo pienso que uno es el que hace el environment, you know?
yeah, that's true. I mean, like we're just talking about this with my wife and shit. Like, what my wife and my friends like us as I don't know if you guys are first generation Mexicans here.
Yeah,
like,
I am.
So I feel like our parents didn't have the. Well, I'm speaking from mine, right? Like my parents came from a small pueblito. I mean, like literally, it's like super rural. Like right, like there's no phones, there's no technology, there's nothing, right? So my parents didn't know what they were coming to when they came here, right? So they had no guideline on how to be a parent because they were not with their parents for long. They came really young. They came at 17, 16 years old, right?
Correct.
So my parents didn't know what like being a parent was or anything. So they come into this new world, and I say it now, like I don't blame. You know how a lot of people blame their parents for like
oh yeah,
like
for
whole,
trauma or whatever.
Yeah. Like I don't blame my parents for it, because they didn't know any better, bro.
Right.
They didn't have that guideline that we have now, because we're in this part of the world, and then we have their mess ups to learn from.
And especially because a lot of our parents were just working way.
Yeah,
Working way.
and that's one thing that my parents would tell me. Like my parents told us like straight up, like we're surprised you guys didn't come out as scammers. You know,
Of course.
because we were always working.
Especially where you guys grew up.
I grew up in
you
Humboldt
grew up
Park,
fucking
Long
Humboldt
Square.
Park. Yeah, wait, no mames.
I was on the border of the Kings and the IGs. I could pick whichever one I want. You know,
Which one would you have gone to?
all my cousins were Kings.
There you
So, So-
Compa probably IG, right?
so
Instagram.
so
Instagram gang.
so I don't blame my parents for a lot of stuff, because man, we went through a lot of shit. Like, me growing up with my brothers, we're 4 boys. We got in a lot of trouble. We did a lot of dumb shit. But now I talk to my brothers, I'm like, we can't blame my parents, man, because my parents only knew one thing: get money and try to get us right. You know,
Yeah, get money, keep food
Food
on the table and a roof
Yeah.
over your head. Wait.
yeah. And my parents used to work 7 days a week. My mom worked 3rd shift. My dad worked 2nd shift. So,
Wow.
So think about when they were there. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
During the day when you guys were at school.
exactly. And my parents never went to a soccer game, a football game, none of my concerts.
I think that's why you feel weird. Like, I mean, when you were talking earlier, like, I feel weird even now singing in front of my dad. Like, that's me, way. Like, my weirdest moments is singing in front of my family, period, way.
Yeah.
I'd rather not, way.
Yeah, I don't like singing.
Yeah.
And my wife's family makes me sing.
Right.
And then ya cuando ya soy medio entrado, pues sí, pero at first I'm like,
Pero es que uno no está acostumbrado a
Yeah.
tener como ese apoyo,
yeah,
güey, al chile,
that,
güey.
you're good, you know, this is me.
Yeah, yeah.
And like,
Well, my dad was fast to tell me, like, you suck, way.
Yeah?
Like, yeah.
My dad has never told me anything. He has never told me like good job or anything. My dad has never told me anything.
Right.
Nada. Mi ma tampoco.
You tell your dad you love him?
Now I do.
Oh, nice.
I hug him and shit, you know.
Is
But
he
before-
all like, oh, shit.
Yeah. He's old school.
Hell yeah.
But I tell my kids every day.
Yeah.
every
yeah,
like
yeah.
2 seconds, I probably bug them about it.
Fuck yeah.
Pero pues See, like I was saying earlier, our parents didn't know this, bro. They didn't know they had to tell their kids they love
Of
them.
course.
Their
no,
parents, I'm sure their
See-
parents
see.
didn't tell them they love
Yeah.
them.
My grandpa was here working most of the time, so he was never there neither. You know, my mom grew up without a dad. You know,
They
because
barely knew him.
in Mexico they fucking kill each other over land and shit. You know, like so.
Dude, they kill each other over last names, bro.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody about that. Oh, tú eres Flores? Pa!
I'm
Like,
the only Florida.
we have rencillas viejas and shit.
Yeah, and so I told my brothers that I were like I was chilling with my brothers the other day. I'm like, yeah, man, you know, like we can't blame our parents for none of the shit, none of the fuck ups we have.
Yeah.
You know, because they didn't know any better. So now it's our turn to learn from their mistakes, and then with the guidelines we got nowadays,
It should
try
only
to
get better.
try to be a better parent for our kids, and then hopefully they're better for
I see it,
their
right.
kids.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just you just gotta learn. Like you can't blame everything. Like
Progression, bro.
yeah,
We talked a little bit on this the Christmas part about that. I don't know if you're in that part yet, but we talked a lot about. I mean, I hate to see it in this way, but there are people that are maybe just a little bit mentally weaker, I guess you could
Yeah.
say, than
Yeah.
others that they do blame the parents.
Yeah.
Right.
me, yeah, I see it a lot.
And you have to forgive them in order to progress
Yeah.
with life. Y pues, I've always been grateful, way. Like we've
Yeah.
talked about this numerous times on the pod. Like, y vuelvo, güey. O sea, try growing up in rural Mexico.
Yeah,
Try growing up in any other country. Like, that's why when politics gets involved with the fucking U.S. and bro, we're in the best country, way. Al Chile. I mean, and if it's not, go try it out somewhere else, way.
yeah.
Go try it out somewhere else and let me know how it goes and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, seeing from where my family comes from, yeah, we're in the best position we're at. I mean,
That's
we're in
it.
La Falda del Cerro, no fucking technology, no nothing.
Yep.
It's a free for all, pretty much in every way, you know. And it's just
What does
great.
that mean, La Falda del Cerro?
Like we're literally in a fucking
Like up in the mountain?
up in
Oh,
the
okay.
fucking mountain. Like you look at my pueblo, we're like up there, bro. Like
Oh,
at the
that's-
fucking tip of it. Like I always ask I will ask my grandpa, like, how the fuck did people? What were they running from?
Why would they migrate over here?
Yeah,
and
like
shit?
why? I mean, I kind of get it. What he told me, like, where we're from, like, there's water, so water is born there. So water is the number one thing, you know, to survive and shit.
Like there was like water springs
Like,
and
yeah,
shit.
ahí nace el agua.
Okay.
So that pueblo that I'm from, we give water to the rest of the pueblos.
Ah,
Oh,
shit.
shit.
So there's a place called El Sabino, y ahí nace el agua. So now they got a little more with technology, and they actually pump it to all their pueblos, and those pueblos gotta pitch in or whatever.
Right.
And but yeah, so I'm sure that's why they went there. But then I look at the other pueblos, I'm like, why the fuck did they go there? It's like fucked up, no ni nada, you know.
Yeah, way.
But it's just crazy. Like I asked them, like, what were they running from? Like, what were these people hiding from? Like, was it like when they're trying to like in the Civil War days or what the fuck, you know? It's just weird. Like, why are they up there? Like,
Fuck yeah.
because like up to like 10 years ago, my pueblo didn't have like an actual road like leading there. Like they'll have cement ones that they made themselves, but like they didn't have like a big road. Now they're gonna have like an actual state road and everything, which is pretty cool. But then it's scary for the people that don't know any better too, man.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get them up to date, and they don't. Some people don't know how to behave or how to take reality, you know.
Yep.
Porque in my pueblo, there's no cops.
There's no what?
There's no cops. It's
cops.
Like, yeah, there's
It's
like
lawless.
it's like
Out there with
we assign a comisario, and then you're done. And then he says for that 1 year he says what goes and doesn't, and then he has his people that kind of help him out and shit. But it's lawless. Like if you want something like if you want to call the cops, they're like an hour away in Tasco and shit.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
You see, G?
you got to think of your parents
This world
like
is not that bad.
where they come from. Like
Yeah, you gotta understand them, way.
yeah.
Instead of fucking blaming them, way.
Probably when I was like 20 years old, yeah, I'd be like, man, my parents are fucking me over or whatever.
Ahora, con respeto a la gente que está escuchando, viendo, obviamente hay papás malos, güey. O sea, yo no estoy diciendo que, you guys are weak-minded. Porque hay papás que they did treat kids like shit. And they did physically, verbally abuse them nonstop every day because they had an alcoholic, drug problem, all of the above.
Yeah.
I get it, way. But when it's just like simple-minded fucking, I'm going to blame my parents because
They were
I
working
sucked.
for me. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
because they worked graveyard shift and they didn't take care of me. But no mames, güey.
Yeah. You got then now as a grown up, like hopefully they have a little more madurez. They could acknowledge like, wait, they were doing it for me, like and that's one thing that when you ask me about where am I now with music, I'm at the point where I hope one day my kids noticed that I'm not only just doing it because of the music, I'm actually doing it for work too now, you know, like, because I want to put food on their table, taking them to those Disney trips or whatever trip they want, you know.
Yeah.
Because I want to give them
Everything that you can.
everything that I can. And I'm not saying my parents didn't give me a lot, because they did give me a lot. But, now I want to give them that plus me being there as much as I can.
Right.
Because maybe my parents didn't know any better. They could probably get more time with us and be at another job. Because my parents were those parents where they were there for 30 years, bro.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, pues aquí me voy a morir, aquí voy a estar.
Yep.
And my mom just got laid off like last year because she's 62. And they're like, well, we're getting rid of. They laid off everybody that was 62. So she was there 30 years, and then she was like depressed. I'm like, no, what the fuck are you depressed for? And now she tells me now, they're like, she'll be crying. She's like, man, I fucking abandoned you guys for 30 years. Like, what the fuck was I doing? And I'm like, it's all right.
You were doing what you had to do, man.
I tell her that, you were doing what I'm doing now.
Right.
And I get it now, which is crazy. But,
Yeah.
And when it comes to the music, man, I don't know, maybe a couple years.
For the same reason, way, because you start valuing more time than money, way.
Yes.
I know it's about money. You
Yeah.
said it like, oh, de paguen mejor. Pero when you have your kids, when you have, your life, as far as like your job, you have a job already. You know, you're good in that sense. The time is everything, way.
Yeah.
The time spent with them is everything.
And then you get the old heads now that are musicals telling you, like, don't get sucked into that. Like,
Into being with the kids?
No, in the music and not being with your kids.
Oh.
They tell you, like, we'll give anything we could to go back.
To give them time.
And they're like, or you go, or now with this whole new bands going out, you can go in a band where you get more of that time off.
Right.
I feel like the band may not be as good as the one you're in, but you get more flexibility.
Correct.
And then sometimes that's better than pay.
Yes.
Hell
yeah. Yo les he dicho todo, güey. Like,
or you could be in a band that has the band where not everybody get paid the same, and you get more just because it's you.
Right.
And you get that flexibility.
Yep.
So.
Well, that's where you kind of have to take advantage of the fact that it's
sounds
you.
like Tino's about to be a free agent. And
nah.
shit.
but it's intriguing.
Yeah. For sure.
Because then they're like, well, it's you, and I'm gonna pay you this much, and as long as you say you're part of my band or here, well, we'll pay you this. We'll pay you this much, and you can do whatever you want. You're like, you can do that? Like, what the fuck?
You can complain whenever you want.
Yeah,
technically.
And I didn't know that was out there. And then I guess that's something new that's out there. Because was that out there when you were in the band?
No.
See, that's something. I think that's like 2 years and now, no?
Well, with Viejones, we did have a rule of whenever you needed a weekend off, it was okay. O sea, it was like, just put it on the calendar. We're off.
The whole band's off?
The whole band. We always had that thing, like, at the Viejones point.
But you guys were what, 7, 8?
6.
I think it's easier, no? When you got...
You still need everybody to be on the same page.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Because, there's a lot of musicians that are just greedy with the money. Be like, why am I going to be off if he's off?
Yeah, and I see that.
And with us, it was already like, well, we're all older. We all cherish the time. Yeah. So if I'm off, everyone's off. If he's off, it could be whoever way, the drummer, the guitar player. It don't matter. Way we're off.
And now with the just passing of mi tío Caín, may God rest his soul. I see it and I'm like, fuck, man, my parents are getting older, and I missed a lot of time there too, like with their family parties. And I look back and I look at pictures and I'm like, no, mom, like they're old now. Like, what the fuck? Nah.
Yeah.
Then I'm getting old.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, man. Like lately, I've been scared of getting old.
Welcome to the club.
Does that happen?
You're not that old, technically.
I mean, you that you're older than me. Is that something you get as you age?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
It's something that literally keeps me up at night, bro.
And not just that, whenever you decide to stop singing, it's also a crazy adjustment, way. Because you're so used to playing every weekend, you're so used to the spotlight, that all of a sudden, way, you just become a normal fucking person, way. As abnormal as that sounds, like you just become another regular guy, way.
Yeah.
When you're expecting
people coming up to you and shit.
People come, just spotlight way, like just
everybody knowing you pretty much.
Everyone kind of know you. I mean, I consider myself lucky that the podcasts have turned out, that we still do events every now and then, and I'm still in the scene. But when you're out of the scene, way, they forget about you fast, way.
Yes.
Fast. And then that's another thing that's going to fuck with your psyche. Because you're used to being popular, way. So you're used to being you.
And that's one thing that I think now since I'm getting older, I see my like older people dying. You know, like my grandparents, my uncles, or friends' parents, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
No,
they're passing, and then it's me and shit. You know, that's coming to mind.
You're next.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
like-
in the
you start.
it sucks, compa.
You
No,
start-
so your timeline's coming up, way.
You're thinking about it gets to your head, bro, and that's getting to me. I'm like, fuck.
So you're scared to die?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'm scared. I'm scared to die, especially with my kids being little. If they were older, maybe I wouldn't.
Right.
But they're still little. I had my kids late, and it's just fucking scary. I tell my wife every day I'm fucking scared of getting old, and she just looks at me like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" She's younger than me, so she's like, "Well, I'm sure she still doesn't see it because she's 4 years younger than me."
Okay.
But I'm 38, bro. Like I'm fucking scared of turning 40. I'm fucking scared. She's like, "Oh, we're gonna throw a big ass party for your party," and I'm
You're like, fuck no.
I want it.
Oh, you want to?
I
Okay.
want it. And it's fucking crazy because it falls on a Saturday in 2 years. So
I already looked it up.
no, she's like, I know you want a party. We're gonna hire these guys, and I'm gonna go all out. Either band kicks me out or anything. I don't care. I'm at the point. I'm gonna tell them like, hey, in 2 years my birthday. You guys want to let me go or not? I don't care. That's on you guys. I want to be with my family. Like I want to take advantage. They don't have to play. I would rather not. I would rather just party and be with my family. But it's just I'm at the point where I'm scared of getting old, bro.
Fuck. Now I'm about to turn 45.
¿Quiere party?
Fucking shit.
¿Quiere party a la verga o qué?
No, yo no quiero party, güey.
You don't want parties?
No, ni madres.
I never had parties, bro.
Was it last year that got fucked up for your
I got
birthday or
fucked
the
up
year
last
before?
year. Maybe
The
2
Louis-
years
So
ago.
I don't know if he was the same at your
Was it
house,
2 years
bro.
ago?
But
I think so.
growing up, we never had parties, bro, for birthdays.
We had little parties.
I
I
mean,
mean, el
well,
pinche pastel.
like I said, my parents were always working. We never. My parents would be like, "¿Quieres un juego? What? Here's money."
Right. Pero no vamos a hacer como fiesta y la chingada.
Yes, though. And now with my kids,
You do celebrate it?
pastelito. I try to go as big as I can, and other than that, pues en la casa. But I do have people over.
Es que por
make them
low-key
feel
es
special.
acknowledgement a huevo.
Yeah.
Se siente.
I take the
así
day
sea.
off from work and I'm with them. So since I have my kids, every birthday of mine I take it off. I don't work. I'm home.
Your birthday.
And theirs too. So I spend it with them. I make them a little party. Aunque caigan entre semana, I do something. Like
Right.
if I'm not gonna do something big for them on the weekend, I do it during the week. So I have their padrinos over. I always make the padrinos come over that day.
Yeah.
And that's one big thing. I mean, they have to come over. I mean, most of the padrinos that are my kids. They've been in part of their life.
Sorry about the comment we started off with.
No,
earlier,
no,
bro,
this-
with the
man,
padrinos and
Salud para mi padrino. I don't remember his name. Man.
Te mandó a la verga.
I don't remember his name. Man.
No, yo estoy igual, güey. Mi papá escogió a su abuelo de él, güey. Mi bisabuelo era mi padrino, no
A
mames.
la
How the
verga,
fuck?
that's weird.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Yeah.
So your great grandpa was your padrino?
Yep.
That is weird.
Yep. That was, and I mean,
Saw him
obviously,
once,
I don't even remember him
Then he
seeing
died,
him.
probably.
I don't remember
Yeah.
my padrino's name. Yeah, fuck.
That's that old school shit, güey. I don't know what the fuck.
He's my dad's cousin. I don't know. I invited him for my wedding. He never came by, so that was the last straw.
Nah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Mi compa, pues, I think we're going to start wrapping this up. Ya nos vamos como unas 2 orillas.
Shit, bro.
Y podemos hacer más, ¿verdad?
Vamos
Pero,
para 3, yo creo.
hell yeah. Thank you for coming in, güey.
Bro,
I
sorry
know.
for boring everybody with my crazy story.
No.
No.
I think we barely scratched the surface, güey, pero it was a good,
Great conversation.
yeah, güey.
I
¿Cómo vio el
fucking,
pedo?
I fucking loved it, güey.
Thank you guys for an invite. bro.
I don't know Tino that much. O sea, obviously, we've known each other more now que the pinche podcast y la verga. And it's pretty cool every time I go see, I see Tino playing.
So I wanted to ask you this before we go: why you became a podcaster? Because you were a promotion guy, right? He was.
But we were a promoter guy. I was around compa when the Guac Pod conversations first started coming up. Way how it really was when we did like the first trial run for the Guac Pod. I helped these guys out. Way everybody, I remember like posting a picture and everybody's like, "Oh shit, badass!" Blah blah blah. When I wasn't even part of the fucking Guac Pod, it was just I was helping them. But when Guac Pod happened, way people were reaching out to me. Hey, you guys need to do more. You guys need to do
Dentro de la
more.
espinita.
Y pues yo le dije, compa, nah, compa, hay que hacer algo. Hay que hacer algo. Hay que hacer algo. And he said it before, way. It was more like, this nigga, like, all right, he doesn't do anything with anybody unless he knows, like, these niggas bugging. Like, hey, let's do it. Y pues,
Yeah.
I bugged him enough for it to work out, I guess.
That's my rule, way.
What, to bug you?
To bug me.
But you still got more plans than more? Because last time we talked, you have a lot more plans.
I got another one, way, that I've been fucking just sitting on for about a year now. Hopefully, way.
It's hard, bro. It's time. It's a lot of time. Like. Shout out to my boy Los Calentanos. It's been hard, man. Like, you know, a lot of us got busy last year.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, especially for you guys, way, that's more of you guys, way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
The scheduling.
Yeah, like now we gotta try to get everybody in the same board, and you know, we're busy. Our family,
Of course.
you know, because we don't. Even though we have the pod, we try to make our family still our priority. But yeah, man, it's hard.
Well, I would say it's easier for me, way. No kids, you know, not married. You know, I got a girlfriend, but I'm not married and shit. Pero a mí me gusta, güey. O
but
sea,
no pedo.
I've liked to get to meet all these different people that most of the people, you know, compa knows and is known for a long time. But shit, I fucking love coming and fucking, even if I don't talk that much, way, I love hearing people's
Drink a
fucking
little-
stories,
drink a little
way.
juice, yeah.
Fucking echarnos un churrito a la verga. Y pues sí, way. I like it, way. I like it. I think what like what you said earlier, like the people who do the podcast kind of get a little taste of the musician life way. I think maybe that was something all my life that I kind of like dug, like, oh shit, the musician, you know, like it was cool way. And
You know,
maybe-
want to be the cowbell king
maybe,
and shit?
yeah. Well, I'm gonna be the cowbell guy in your band güey,
Yeah, oh shit.
when it happens. Pero pues sí, güey, me gusta el pinche pedo, güey. Pues aquí vamos a andar.
That's good,
Echándole
bro.
putacillos.
Congrats to you guys, bro. You guys got a very good podcast going on.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it,
güey.
You guys were my top Spotify thingy majiggy. ¿Cómo se
Oh,
llama?
really? The rap.
I just didn't share it this year because everybody was
Yeah.
doing it. So I'm like, man, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
But you
You
guys
like-
were up there.
I don't like to do everything everybody else is doing.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that. But lately I've been on that with the whole weight loss shit. I've been trying to
Right.
kind of motivate myself a little. Just everybody that's trying to do it, man. Don't give up. You'll fuck up, but just keep going.
Hell yeah.
Cause I'm not gonna lie, bro. At this time, I'm like, man, fuck this shit. Now I'll eat a whole pizza and shit.
Jeez.
But then I'm fucking working out at 12 at night. Like right now, I'm probably gonna get home and walk on my treadmill and shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, just as long as you're consistent, keep going. It's just that's all I can say.
Hell yeah.
It's hard.
I think
It's hard as fuck.
consistency is a big part of everything.
It's hard as fuck, but just do it, man. You'll feel much better.
And then as far as really quick, as far as Calentanos, you guys still
We're
gonna
still
keep
going on, yeah. But I mean, we're actually taking a page out of your book.
Okay.
Cause man, it's just crazy, bro. Like everything does that circle. Like I said, you've been a big part of kind of like what I'm. I mean, even though I don't tell you, like, but what I kind of follow.
Okay.
And I know you were telling me that in Guac Pod, you guys kind of do everything, like in a month,
2 weeks, wait.
2 weeks, and we're trying
Yeah.
to do that too.
Yeah.
So I brought that idea up to the guys, and I'm like, hey man, I know we all have busy lives. Let's do these podcasts, not talk about
Scheduled y todo el pedo.
that, and not talk about like what's going on during that time in like real life,
Okay.
and just talk about our
What it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they all agreed, so we're gonna start doing that.
Badass.
So
Es que te dejas de mamadas, güey,
Yeah.
en pocas palabras.
yeah,
O sea, it's like, hey, you know what? Everybody's busy.
yeah,
But just give me these 2 weeks of your life. It'll be 4 in a row 1 week. We're off on the weekend. And then 4 in a row the next week.
yeah,
Y se chicosa. That's 8 episodes.
That's 2
Yeah.
months.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to.
And we're
fucking,
thinking
you
of
know,
doing that too,
and then
man.
you just
'cause-
stop dropping them every week.
Yeah. So right now we're coming up with our list, and we have one about to drop. But like I said, just back to everybody being busy, we haven't dropped it, but it's our end of year pod. We have it in there.
Okay.
So we're about to drop that, and then we're gonna get our list together, and then do that. Where I told him like we literally have from now to when I get back to play.
When is that?
We
February?
get back in mid-February.
Mm.
So everybody agreed. So now we're gonna do that. So
Badass.
they're taking a page out of you guys' book, man.
Right.
Which
Badass, güey.
thank you guys for that.
Hell yeah.
Because everybody has a life, and you know when you got a family and everything, it's hard, man.
Yeah.
In every aspect. So everybody just keep going and doing what you're doing. And thank you guys, man. Thank
Well,
you guys
congrats,
for the invite. Man, it was a good chat, and you know, casi nos chingamos la pinche botella.
Sin querer
Ahorita nos
queriendo.
chingamos la biche.
Any shout-outs, particular shout-outs?
Man, just shout out to my parents for doing everything they did to my mom and papa, my wife for always having my back, and my kids and my brothers. And like I said in one of my like I said in that pod, man, without health and family, we ain't shit.
Right.
That's pretty much
Yeah,
it.
sí.
Sin el apoyo de la familia y de salud,
Hell yeah.
So
Well, make sure you guys go follow my guys, Los Calentanos Pod, wherever you see Potrillos.
And
Ask
Tino
them for a
just on
fucking
TikTok.
picture. Hell yeah.
oh yeah, follow me
Tino
on
Figueroa, or where are you?
Tino Figueroa 11. They gave me the 11 on TikTok. I guess there's a lot of Tino Figueroas out there now.
Probably.
Facebook, Tino Figueroa. On TikTok también. I'm going on Instagram también.
So, are you related to Fry or no?
No. But I'm sure probably
Some
man.
way, right?
Conscious.
You have
Probably.
the same last name, that's why.
Yeah.
My grandpa had a lot of family around. Like, it's crazy because he was actually related to Joan Sebastian.
There you go.
Him and my grandpa
Ahí
came to
viene
the
la
United
pinche
States
voz.
together.
I've always said there's a lot of incest going on back in the day.
Probably.
Yeah, we.
He said him and Joan Sebastian came together to Chicago.
Sheesh.
And then my grandpa got a little homesick and he went back. And then he came back. And then when my grandpa passed, he actually went to El Pueblo, which is crazy. I didn't believe it, but I mean, he was right.
Badass.
So when I actually met Maribel Guardia's kid, the one that just passed,
Right.
and I told him, and he kind of gave me that look like, you're fucking lying. Your ass. I showed him my ID. I'm like, look, bro, I'm a Figueroa. And he's like, oh, shit. Like, he told his mom, like, he is a Figueroa. And I would message him on Instagram and shit. He was pretty cool, but, I mean, it's just crazy.
That's a crazy family, bro.
Yeah.
That's a
I heard
crazy
a lot of
family.
stuff. But,
Yeah.
But my family never worry about the showbiz or anything. They were
Right.
more in the low key and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard a lot of stuff about their family. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
mejor de lejitos and shit.
Fuck yeah.
You
That's
know?
another good pot to talk.
La dejamos para el próximo.
Hell
a la
yeah.
verga.
Mejor
I
así.
bashed Fry for it one time.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, güey. Pinche Joan estaba bien pesado, güey. Por eso el güey es famoso, el hijo de la chingada.
Yeah.
But
He at one point told my grandpa told me this. He told him before the Coca-Cola got to Iguala, he was gonna get it and put it under my grandpa's name. My grandpa said no.
Fuck.
It's all right, man. Not destined for the money and shit.
That's true.
But what? Like more money, more
More
problems.
money,
bro.
more problems,
Yeah.
baby.
So fuck that, bro. Así estamos bien.
Hell yeah.
Pobrecitos pero sanitos.
Viejones, keep subscribing. Thank you. There's another episode. Puros Compas Podcast.
A huevo.
Ya se la saben, viejones. La
Oh,
pura
yeah.
positiva.
Thank you, bro.
Chao.